everybody. Welcome to our pregame interview presented by Recruitlings. The matchup today at Seven Bridges Ice Arena is the Benet Academy Red Wings against the Deerfield Warriors. It's the Illinois State Sweet 16 when it comes to the state hockey playoffs. The man next to me, Benet head coach Andrew Schlie, hopes to come on top today. So, Coach, we'll start with the big win yesterday, of course. That's the Kennedy Cup, which is still huge for the Benet program. The win over Fenwick, heading to the finals. We could talk about so many different things there. The stifling defense, 5 goals on 5 different scores. But just how great did that feel for you and the rest of the team?
Well, it was especially meaningful after last year getting swept out by them in 3 games. So it was a little bit of revenge for us. And I love that we've got a full lineup scoring and making things happen.
And we switched today to the state playoffs, obviously. With how long this season has been, so many different games, traveling all these different places, does your philosophy or strategy change as time goes on, as these guys wear down? Or is that your status is just keep going and keep pushing?
I mean, it's not that guys wear down, but it is that we evolve and mature, and we have different strengths at different times, and we try to take advantage of what is happening for our team. If we're doing well in one area, we're going to take care of that and emphasize it, and if we're not, I'm going to de-emphasize some others. So.
And looking ahead to the opponent today, the Deerfield Warriors, similar in a lot of ways to your team. They have 2 All-Staters, you have 2 All-Staters, a senior-led group on both sides. What can you say about Deerfield and what they've been able to put together this year?
I mean, they had a phenomenal season in their league. Some excellent offensive firepower, a goaltender that's All-State. I mean, it's a formidable challenge, and I don't know that I've ever played Deerfield, so I don't know a lot about the program, but I'm super impressed with them this year.
And, of course, this is the most important game, being single elimination. Are you looking ahead at all to any of the other matchups you might potentially face, or is it just win the day and keep going from there?
No, I don't. We didn't even look ahead to anything in Kennedy Cup or CCHL yesterday. I told them they can enjoy it for a couple hours and immediately needed to focus on tonight. We take it 5 minutes at a time every game and try to win 5 minutes at a time.
It's going to be a tough challenge today. How is Benet going to come out on top if they hope to advance to the quarterfinal or the semifinals rather in this one?
I mean, it's going to come down to how consistent can we be, shift in and shift out, up and down our lineup. I know our goaltending will be strong. I know that we're going to get opportunities. We just got to take care of the puck and make sure we bury the chances we get.
Coach Schlie, thank you for your time. Best of luck. Stay tuned, folks. Our pregame show is coming up right after this.
Alex Dentice, Jr., winger, class of 2026.
Alex Karras, Jr., defenseman, class of 2026.
Ava Christensen, Senior, goalie, class of 2025.
Ben Ciesla, Senior, goalie, class of 2025.
Cade Rosenthal, Senior, defenseman, class of 2025.
Carson Stone, Junior, winger, class of 2026.
Danny Quinlan, Senior, winger, class of 2025.
Gavin Frasco, Senior, defenseman, class of 2025.
Evan Petratos, Senior, winger, class of 2025.
Hudson Hollweck, Senior, center, class of 2025.
Hudson Schlie, Senior, center, class of 2025.
Jimmy Cannon, Senior, defenseman, class of 2025.
Joe Eide, Junior, center, class of 2026.
Joel Kane, sophomore, goalie, class of 2027.
Luca DiCosola, Senior, center, class of 2025. Luke Alpeter, Junior, winger, class of 2026.
Michael O'Rourke, Senior, defenseman, class of 2025.
Nico DiCosola, sophomore, defense, class of 2027.
Nikolas Hensel, Junior, winger, class of 2026.
Owen Ryle, freshman, winger, class of 2028.
Tommy Dusek, senior, winger, class of 2025.
Tommy Rogowski, sophomore, defense, class of 2027.
Vinny Poro, senior, winger, class of 2025.
Coach Andrew Schlie, 15th season at Benet, 1990 St. Rita graduate. Coach Drew Tierney, Benet 2003 grad, 17th year coaching for Benet Academy.
Michael Frado, this is my rookie year coaching, and I am a former alum under Andrew Schlie at AWF Renegades.
Ross McKay, goalie coach with the Benet Red Wings for over 10 years.
Brian's Garage Door Solutions. 25 years of expert residential and commercial garage door design, sales, and service, and almost 1,000 5-star Google reviews. Tate Enterprises. Design and remodeling for kitchens, basements, bathrooms, whole house, and home additions. Max Heads Custom Kick Drum Heads. Design online, upload, create, rock. If you're in a band, you need a max head.
Hi, my name is Brian Koenig. I am the president of Soccer 2000. We are a soccer specialty store located in Downers Grove. We specialize in servicing club uniforms and a personalized retail experience. Soccer 2000 has an exclusive team center that includes a wide variety of uniform kits to help your club choose the next kits that will make you guys look great on the field. Contact us at 630-241-9500 or find us online at soccer2000.com.
Did you know that you can advertise your business on our live streams? You sure can. Contact us about the numerous advertising opportunities we offer to local businesses during our sports live streams. Build brand awareness, engage customers, and support your local sports teams. Contact us for more information.
Welcome into our pregame show, everybody. Alongside Luke Fennella, my name is Andy Diedrich. First things first, we have a newcomer. Luke, welcome up to the broadcast booth.
Thanks for having
Happy
me.
to have you.
Thanks for having me. And I'm excited to be here. Excited to see this matchup. I mean, state playoff hockey is always entertaining no matter what level it is. High school hockey is always fun to watch, too.
You said it best, and we have quite the matchup for you today. Sweet 16 matchup here at Seven Bridges Ice Arena. Benet Academy's at home. They're the 7 seed taking on the 10-seeded Deerfield Warriors. It's going to be quite the task today, no matter who comes out on top. We'll give it a bit of a breakdown, starting with the visiting Deerfield Warriors. They have 2 All-Staters in the goal. It is Alex Richter, and at forward is Dustin Zimberoff. On top of that, it's a senior-led team with a lot of weapons up and down the ice.
That sounds pretty interesting to me. I mean, obviously it's going to be intense. You got those seniors backing up your young guys on the team. I mean, you look at it like NHL hockey. You got those vets on the team that know hockey and have been in the organization for a little bit. So it'll be an interesting game to see how Benet plays with the experienced guys and the goaltender that they have there.
Now, you talk about experience, which is a huge thing, especially when it comes to the playoffs. Being that voice in the locker room, being able to step up and tell the team when things are going right, wrong, and righting the ship. How important is that for not only just and a hockey team here, but just in all sports?
Right. I mean, everywhere you're playing. I mean, going into intense like state hockey games, you're obviously you want that one guy in the locker room that you usually go to the captain, but like you don't always have to go to the captain for these things. I mean, anybody in the locker room everybody has nerves. It's a state hockey game. You're playing for the state here. I mean, just getting in the locker room, getting those few guys that are locked into the game can help all the young guys feel motivated to persevere and overcome the nerves.
and certainly happened for Deerfield this year. 16-5-3 in the North Central Champions Division, one of the top leagues in the state of Illinois. However, they have a tough task today against a just as experienced Benet Red Wings team. They finished top of the CCHL, 17-1 record. Come into this over a dozen seniors, 4 All-Stars, 2 All-Staters, goalie Ben Ciesla, and number 8 Hudson Schlie, the forward. So many things you could say about this Benet team. We saw it last night. We've seen it all season.
Yeah, I mean, Bennett's been knocking at the doors of every opponent they've played. They don't shut down during games, which is hard for the opponents. But, I mean, I've talked to some of the seniors on the team. They're just pushing to end their senior year on a bang and end their career here at Benet with a bang.
Certainly the win yesterday was fantastic for not only the players, the coaches, and everyone in the stands, but at the same time, they have a just as important hockey game to play tonight.
Right.
You think that has maybe, whether it's fatigue or maybe celebrating too much last night, whatever it actually is that going to cloud their judgment of their play at all? Or do you think they're going to come out ready to play today?
I feel like the win yesterday will just motivate them more to push to another win. I mean, the win felt good for some of the guys on Benet last night, and then I mean, I heard some of them after the game. They were talking about they just want to go home, get the sleep and rest they need to come out and show who Benet is as a hockey team tonight.
I think that's going to be on display for better or worse. We're going to see a lot of great hockey tonight. Predictions, if I have to throw one out there, I think it's going to be a tight one. I think all of our viewers are going to be satisfied with the hockey game. I think Benet does pull it out on their home ice, maybe a score of 3-2, 4-3. What say you?
I'm on the same page with you. I feel like it's going to be a tight game through the whole game. I mean, I feel like the first 2 periods are going to be the tightest periods of the game. Like, both the teams are going to come out fighting, try to pull out the win, and I don't think any team's going to have a drastic lead in this game. I think it'll end in a 1-goal game, maybe even an overtime or a shootout here.
It's that immovable object versus the unstoppable force. Who will prevail? We're going to find out in just a couple minutes. Puck's dropping at Seven Bridges Ice Arena in just a few minutes.
Brian's Garage Door Solutions. 25 years of expert residential and commercial garage door design, sales, and service, and almost 1,000 5-star Google reviews. Tate Enterprises. Design and remodeling for kitchens, basements, bathrooms, whole house, and home additions. Max Heads Custom Kick Drum Heads. Design online, upload, create, rock. If you're in a band, you need a Max Head.
Hi, my name is Brian Koenig. I am the president of Soccer 2000. We are a soccer specialty store located in Downers Grove. We specialize in servicing club uniforms and a personalized retail experience. Soccer 2000 has an exclusive team center that includes a wide variety of uniform kits to help your club choose the next kits that will make you guys look great on the field. Contact us at 630-241-9500 or find us online at soccer2000.com.
Did you know that you can advertise your business on our live streams? You sure can. Contact us about the numerous advertising opportunities we offer to local businesses during our sports live streams. Build brand awareness, engage customers, and support your local sports teams. Contact us for more information. from Seven Bridges Ice Arena in Woodridge, Illinois, it's Benet Red Wings hockey versus Deerfield. Livestream brought to you by Recruitlings. Here we go! And now, your Benet Red Wings starting lineup. Danny Quinlan, left winger. Nikolas Hensel, right winger. Hudson Hollweck, center. Alex Karras, left defenseman. Jimmy Cannon, right defenseman. Ben Ciesla, goalie.
Welcome in, folks, to Seven Bridges Ice Arena in beautiful Woodridge, Illinois. We have quite the treat for you today. The Illinois State Hockey Playoffs are here in the Sweet 16 matchup against the Benet Academy Red Wings and the Deerfield Warriors. Benet, the 7th seed, hosting their second game here in 2 nights. Last night, they finished off a sweep of their rival Fenwick Friars in the CCHL Kennedy Cup playoffs. Deerfield had a huge first-round win themselves. Head into this one, a lot of talent on both sides of the puck. And what else can you say? It's playoff hockey. What is better than that, Luke?
I mean, we love playoff hockey. I mean, not just playoff hockey, it's state playoff hockey. I mean, I feel like the stakes are higher here. You're playing for state. I mean, all playoffs are intense, but there's something about state playoffs that are more intense towards any sport, that is.
Yeah, there's no doubt all the kids out here on the ice are competitors. But when it comes to not only competing to win, but to potentially enshrine your name in history as state champion, it makes the stakes that much higher. It's just that much more enjoyable for us to watch,
yeah,
huh?
For sure. I mean, anytime you win any championship of any sort, it's a big deal. But I mean, winning and being told you're the #1 hockey team in state is just a whole different level of championships.
Very well said. You've already met the starters for the Benet Red Wings. They are coached by head coach Andrew Schlie, assisted by Drew Tierney and Mike Frotto. We do not have a Deerfield starting lineup. We will call it as we see it out in the ice. They are led by head coach William Dodge, assisted by Parker Roth and Jeremy Posner. Some final thoughts before the game, Luke. Thinking the couple keys to the game, you have to know what's at stake here. It's win or go home in these playoffs, but don't let it get to your head. Don't play too aggressive knowing that, or else you're going to cost your team valuable minutes when you could be on the ice.
Right. I mean, you said it pretty well. You don't want to cause the silly penalties out there, but you still want to play to your best abilities. I mean, even play past those abilities. I mean, it's win or go home for either of these teams, so it's high stakes on both sides of the ice, and they both obviously want to win. So it'll be a really good hockey game through all minutes of it.
3 17-minute periods are coming your way real soon. I think the biggest key to the game for both these teams is to have fun. Might be hard to tell that to whichever team does not come out on top in this one, but still, that's why we play the game. That's why we're here. So taking the ice, both teams. Deerfield in the white uniforms, the red and gray trim. Benet across from them, red uniforms, black and white trim. Everything that's led up to this point does not matter anymore. We have Sweet 16 playoff hockey from Seven Bridges Ice Arena kicking off. And it's Benet to control first. Scratch that, Deerfield's got the puck in the zone.
I feel like that opening draw is always a big one for whatever team wins it. I mean, you get a lot of motivation right off that first draw. I mean, look at right now, you got Benet. Big shot.
Quick shot right there. As you said it, that momentum swing's huge. Tommy Dusek, who's been quite the scorer, not only in the regular season, but these playoffs, tried to start it off quickly there. Also with Dusek on the ice. With him is Hudson Hollweck, number 82. Danny Quinlan, the left winger. Alex Karras and Jimmy Cannon defending. Their all-star and all-stater, Ben Ciesla, in net. He is across from his fellow all-state goalie, Alex Richter. Scratch that, though. Meanwhile, chance on the left side. Big hit delivered. My goodness, Alex Karras doing what he does best. And he falls in front of the slot. Bennett's going to play on. We have some physicality going early, Luke. What do you think of that?
I mean, I knew it was going to come. I didn't know it would be that quick, though, and that big of a hit early in the game. I mean, you're setting momentum for not only you, but, like, your team and the team you're playing. It just shows you're here, and you're here not to mess around. I mean, showing body that early in the game is a big momentum swinger.
And that's another all-stater that just took the shot there. Hudson Schlie, number 8, the reigning CCHL MVP, likely going for his second in a row. He's going to need some help today against this Deerfield team that is talented at all levels, though. Shot heads to the slot, blocked out by Winnicor of the Warriors. Getting into the corners, DiCosola. He fights with Josh Becker over there. Becker's one of the 2 leading scorers for the Warriors. Him and all-stater Dustin Zimberoff are the names to watch wearing white. Falling there was Becker. No call. We're going to play on. Centering pass goes through. Stone to Schlie. He takes aim, fires, saved by Richter. His second of the day so far. Third of the day. Our scoreboard already has Bennett with 3 shots, Deerfield with 1. There's a statement to be made about how quickly you want to get these shots on goal and come out firing. Deerfield gets a line change. They keep Jacobs in. He's going to do it himself. Gets it right to Ciesla, who makes the easy save. So under 2 minutes in this one, I feel like we've seen a lot of action despite there only being a couple shots. It's been quick up and down the ice.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell both teams wants this game. I mean, they're both coming out pushing hard. I mean, lots of big hits, lots of defensive plays early. I mean, they're both playing hard. It's hard to see where this game's going to go.
Understanding why they're playing hard. Over a dozen seniors on Bennett and 6 across from them on the Warriors. Those 6 seniors for the Warriors: Sam Shapiro, Dustin Zimberoff, Reed Wolf, Trent Nervik, Alex Richter, and Josh Becker. I would say the Bennett seniors' names, but I think we'd be here all night. That's how experienced and talented this Bennett group is, that they're lucky to have that big of a class. Luke, you actually get to talk to a lot of these Bennett guys day in and day out. I mean, what's the mentality of them? How are they feeling? I would assume they're on top of the world after finishing first in CCHL and then winning against Fenwick yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, I talked to a lot of the guys yesterday after their big win against Fenwick, and all the guys that are motivated. I mean, they're all motivated to win. I mean, some of them are seniors, so they're pushing to end their high school careers on like a bang, and they obviously want to win every game they play. And I mean, showing up and showing out is big for high school and, I mean, any level of hockey at that point. And a lot of the guys are just motivated to do what they can to lead Bennett.
Make your name known and make yourself heard. Exactly. Well said, my partner. Here we go, back to the action. Luca DiCosola's playing over there. Nick Hensel tries to wrestle it away from O'Neill. We're behind the net, getting real physical real fast. This time, heading the other way, Winnacor. He's gotten his name in the books a couple times already. DiCosola's one of the seniors of this team. He shoots, goes wide of the net of Mr. Alex Richter. Not back out to the point yet. Hensel's going to play it on the boards with a couple Deerfield defenders with him. And the Warrior defense looks to be holding strong. Winnacor's going to try to get it out. He takes a hit from Hensel. Body. There you go. We said a couple big hits already. Nick Hensel's getting on the board as well.
I feel like that's going to be a key game for Bennett tonight. They're showing it right off the gate that they're here to lay body and play the body tonight. So I feel like it's going to be a really intense game from Bennett tonight.
And that is the one interesting thing. Bennett has been so good. They commit some of the most penalties in the CCHL, still finishing 17-1. I think it just speaks to how physical they know they can be and how great their defense is as well. Yeah. Shots in the slot there for a second. And poking it back out was the Warrior defense. Trying to get a beat on it was Tyler Corrigan. Corrigan's another prolific scorer of the Warriors. They have many names that can hurt you in a hurry. Becker and Zimberoff both had over 40 points in the North Central Champions regular season. Corrigan himself had 16 on 9 goals, 7 assists. Bennett's Hudson Hollweck pass back. DiCosola tried to feed it through the slot, no dice. Captain Becker poked it away from Frasco. Warriors out and running. Houston, right side. Another big hit from Bennett. This time it's Davin Frasco. It just goes to show you how many different guys that can just lay the wood on you at a given notice. We get a stoppage and play.
I mean, like you said earlier, Bennett's laying the body, but they're being smart about it. They're not doing dirty hits. They know how to play aggressive and how to be smart while playing aggressive, which is, I mean, it's huge for any hockey club. But I mean, in a state playoff game like this, it's really important to be aggressive and smart at the same time.
It's exactly what you said. You tried to, it's oxymoronic to say, but controlled aggression. How can you be aggressive and control it? It's hard to do. But Bennett seemed to master it so far. When they do commit penalties, they seem to not matter that much, and they know exactly how to make those hits to have them be felt. While Deerfield's going to play it in the zone, Cade Rosenthal, one of the many seniors in this team, plays it over to his freshman counterpart, Owen Ryle. Both teams sure to get back on defense and not allow a lot of unabated looks at the net. The shots that we've had have been pretty well defended. Right now the count sits at 4 shots for the Red Wings, 2 for the Warriors. chance, though. Becker finds a way in the slot. Great defense there. The duo of Rosenthal and O'Rourke. Shots in the crease. Puck's in front. I think Ciesla freezed it, and he did. Great recognition by Ciesla and potentially a disastrous breakdown for the Red Wings, but the all-stater in the net saves the day.
Couldn't agree more. I mean, it's a rough play in front of the net for any goaltender, but I mean, he played it pretty well. It bounced out right in front of the slot. He was able to cover it up and get a face-off down to his side over here.
Ciesla's certainly done more than his part this year. His save percentage in the CCHL regular season, 93.5%. I think that's impressive as it is. If you do 93.5% of anything correctly, I would say you're world-class at it. Ciesla, of course, deserves all the flowers that we've given him, and of course, the All-Star and All-State recognitions he's gotten. Alex Dentice zooming down the ice. He had a goal yesterday, as did Vinny Porro with the puck right now, looking for a teammate. Saucer flies over Richter's net. How about you? But another big hit Slade there. It certainly feels like the energy is taking another level up in here. What say you?
I couldn't agree more. I mean, the bodies are being laid. Looks like we got a penalty coming up.
Delayed penalty call. We're going to use our live stats. Thank you to the AHAI folks giving us the live stats here. We're going to see what our first penalty of the game seems to be. Scoreboard tells us Evan Petratos is in there for 2 minutes. We'll see exactly what they booked him on. I did not see the play myself, but with how aggressive both these teams have been, it does not surprise me to see someone go to the box.
I think based off of what the ref said to the score box, it looked like it was an interference call, but I could be mistaken.
Still, though, this is a huge game-breaking opportunity for the Warriors. They're the first to have the power play. Maybe they're going to be the first to strike. We do see the call came out of Petratos. Tripping is the final decision from the men in the striped uniforms. Versus shot on Ciesla, saved, rebound opportunity, still in front, able to be poked out, and there was DiCosola. Got to stop us there. Offside, maybe? Offside is the call. So 30 seconds down for Benet, but still 90 seconds of weathering an intense Deerfield power play attack ahead of them. Deerfield very prolific on the power play. They have 3 of the best scorers in their conference. Becker and Zimbarov were 2 out of the top 4 scorers in the entire league.
This could be a big turning point for either team based on like the first power play of the game. You want to either capitalize on it or for
Zimbarov puts the moves on, like you said. Deerfield's on the board. And his ears must have been burning. Dustin Zimbarov, the all-stater, 27 goals and 14 assists in the league regular season. A beautiful set of moves from him down in front of Ben Ciesla's net. The Warriors are up 1-0. We take a look back at that play. Deerfield being patient in the power play. What'd you see there, Luke?
I mean, they were patient on the power play, waited down low. He skated towards the outside of the defensive zone and then just capitalized on it. But like I was saying before you scored that goal, you want to be proficient on the power plays, and when you get that opportunity, you want to capitalize like they did on that one, and that can be big for their team, just giving them motivation on an early goal. Not too early of a goal, but like a power play goal is always big for any team.
Judging by the celebration of Zimbarov, his team, and the rest of the fans here, they really wanted that one. This place erupted, which is interesting to think about because this is not their home ice. This is Benet's home ice, so I wonder if Benet maybe takes that a little personally, plays a bit harder than they even have been throughout the rest of this one. Big hit delivered, but never mind that. We're down the other way with Nick Hensel for the Red Wings, who delivers another big hit on O'Neill. Back and forth action, Luke. What's better than this?
Nothing. You can't get much better than a very competitive, very aggressive hockey right here. I mean, it's a pretty big game.
You know, certainly a lot of fans, players around the Illinois region are all tuned into this one, seeing what the result of this is, as well as the many other games going on tonight. This is just one of 4, I believe. Glenbrook North and the Providence Catholic Celtics. Currently, Glenbrook North leads them 3-1. York and St. Viator still tied in the second period. There's another game. I'm going to have to find it, but we'll come back to it. We have a game in front of us, Luke. I guess we should stay focused. So Zimbarov is on the board. It goes in the books as an unassisted goal. How talented he is should come as no surprise. Shot from Bennett's Owen Ryle, deflected up and out. We're going to get a couple substitutions with 8:21 left in the first. Say hello to some of Bennett's students. Our megaphone guy is back.
Megaphone guy's back.
Yeah, did you get a chance to talk to Megaphone Guy in there at all?
I did. I got a chance to talk to him yesterday during the game, and he was stirring up the crowd a little bit. Some of the parents didn't like him too much, but I had a chat with him, made sure he was appropriate and being nice to everybody. I mean, we don't want any ruckus. We just want fans to support their teams and have fun.
Very well said, Luke. He's going to need to fire up these Red Wings a little bit if they want to get back in this one. A 1-goal deficit is by no means the worst Bennett's come back from all year. But how hard is it to try and dig yourself out of that, especially given what's at stake here?
I mean, it can be difficult digging yourself out of any lead, but let alone a 1-0 lead in a state game. I mean, you already have the pressure on you and you're playing for state. It's win or go home, and coming off of a deficit, it's going to be tough, but I know Bennett, and I've seen him play all year. I know they can do it.
DiCosola gets it off before he gets a huge hit from behind from Corrigan. Bennett, usually the aggressor, controlling time of attack in most of their games. This time it's Deerfield taking it to him early. A lot of game left. Something to note going forward. Cutting down the slot and getting a shot in there was Zimbarov, looking for his second early in this one. Stoppage of play. Let's see what the referee signals. Actually, not sure what we got there.
Not sure what that was.
One of the nets at Seven Bridges seem to come off a lot. I don't know if that's related to the condition of the rink, which is a beautiful one, so most likely not. I think it's just how Bennett plays and how they take it to it, whether you're an opposing player or the net. Do not stand in the one of the way of the Red Wing skaters. Victor saves that lazy shot in there from Petratos. Bennett tried to push up on the forecheck, but now they got to get back as the Warriors have another opportunity. And Bennett steals away in the red zone. Little back and forth. Bennett wanted a penalty there. They are going to get one. They'll delay the call if they have any chance here. That puck is touched by Rubin. And now a Warrior's going to head to the penalty box. We'll check our live stats to see what the official call is there. Certainly looked like he got in on the skates there with his stick. So not looking happy to head to the box. One of the alternate captains of this team, Aaron Rubin, will sit in the sin bin for the next 2 minutes and give Bennett the chance with their prolific power play offense to respond. A hooking is the call. Cannon's at the top of the point. Hollweck back to Cannon. Through the wicket to the defender. Hudson Hollweck, one of the more experienced members of this team. He's patient with it. Schlie on a one-timer, finds the net! Bennett scores! Beautiful one-timer from the captain on the right side. It's a tie game here at Seven Bridges.
Huge goal on the power play there. I mean, like I said before, both teams, you always want to push on the power play, and when you have that man advantage, you're always wanting to capitalize on it. And Bennett did very well capitalizing on it there.
Capitalize is the perfect word to use. Hollweck and Cannon kind of playing catch out in the perimeter. Flipped it opposite side to Hudson Schlie. He did the rest. I don't even necessarily think that is on Alex Richter, the goalie of the Warriors. I just think when you have a good offense that's firing on all cylinders and you give a power play, right. You saw what happened there, Luke.
Right, I mean, not by any means should you blame that on your goaltender there. I mean, it's a big play. It's a power play. I mean, I know the goaltender might not look nervous, but being down a man on a power play is always nerve-wracking for no matter who you are on the ice. And I mean, the goaltender's down practically a defender, so he was definitely probably a little nervous there and might not even seen the shot coming.
Look at Bennett being aggressive back. Joe Eide sees the ice for the first time tonight. He's usually one of the best at starting off the scoring for Bennett. Had a chance there. Hensel wrestles it away before the Warriors could clear. Eide tried to hit a cutting Hensel. No dice. Cannon up, around. Stops and starts, deflected. The Warriors out and ahead to Corrigan. No completion there, though. Benet dumps it in and gets those quick substitutions. It seems like a lot of Benet's offense comes right after the substitutions. They love having those fresh legs to play that erratic offense they come out in the ice with.
Exactly. I'm going to add on to that about the Benet offense. I mean, you could see it during their games. They're very, very patient in their offensive zone. I mean, they wait till their guys get open. They wait to make the plays they need to capitalize, and that's why they were so successful this season, going 17-1. I mean, they're always just a patient team, no matter who their opponent is.
Record does speak for itself. Deerfield pays that no mind, though. They want to get another puck in the net. They want to do it now. That most recent attempt came off our first goal scorer of the night, Zimbarov, went high and wide. Under 5 minutes in the first period. If you're just tuning in, back and forth action, pretty even so far. 6 shots apiece, 1 goal apiece. And who else but 2 of the All-Staters to put it in the back of the net. Zimbarov of the Warriors, Schlie of the Benet Red Wings. Doesn't get much better than this, Luke.
Does not. I mean, you can't ask for more. It's been nothing but aggressive since puck drop. I mean, both teams are showing they want this game, and both teams are showing they're going to put up a fight to win this game.
Puck slides all the way back, crosses the necessary amount of lines, or does not. Take that back. You ask a lot of people that don't watch hockey a lot, they're not quite sure what icing is. It goes to show you, we also don't always know what it is either. Dusek had Hollweck cutting. O'Neal was there to steal it away. Both teams, just so many speed skaters, athletes on both sides. It just seems like if you give them an inch, they'll take you a mile. If you make that one mistake, they can have a breakaway opportunity in an instant.
I mean, like you said, both teams are obviously full of athletes. Coming this far in a state tournament is insane, and obviously based on both their records this season, they're both teams full of athletes who are here to push and win hockey games.
Another shot goes right into Richter. He's able to bounce that one off his chest and quickly get it out for his offense to work with. Dusek turns around, tried to send it in. Ooh, lucky the subs for Benet didn't get there sooner. But the Warriors had a chance there, streaking down the ice with Shapiro. Just past his stick. Another chance here. Ciesla saw that one all the way from the point. Another big hit from the Benet defense. This time, Michael O'Rourke saying hello. Vinny Poro up along the right side. Tap back, shot from Petratos, off of Richter, rebound opportunity. Able to get it out from in front was the Warriors. Stolen away, here's Owen Ryle. He's quick on that forecheck. That was Cade Rosenthal, rather. And now the whole team's got to get back to see if they can stop the Warriors. You really can't undersell how physical these teams have been, Luke.
I mean, they've been physical, and there's not a play out here where they're not being physical. It's good hockey to watch.
Did you tune into any of Canada USA yesterday? It sounds like you did.
I did. I watched it with some of the Benet players after the game last night, actually, and a lot of them were disappointed with the outcome. But, I mean, overall, it was good hockey to watch.
Yeah, seeing a lot of similarities between that game and this one. That game also started off 1-1 and went the distance.
Yeah.
But never mind that. We're going to see what this call is that's likely going to go against the Benet Red Wings. And indeed, Nick Hensel, his first penalty of the night, and second for Benet. We'll see the box for the next 2 minutes, just about play us out of the first period. Both penalties have proved very costly for both teams early. How is Benet going to withstand this penalty kill and try to shift momentum back in their favor?
I feel like they have what it takes to do what it takes to, beat off this penalty. With the aggression they've been showing, it's going to be an aggressive penalty kill for sure.
It's power on power. This is both teams' powers playing on the power play. Benet has been great on penalty kills this year, but I don't know if they've had to face a lot of offenses like Deerfield's. Redirect opportunity's no good, goes wide. Eli Jacobs getting in there trying to make some magic happen. Back out to Becker. Corner is Corrigan playing it. Try to find a man to cut. Dices through the double team of Benet. Benet's going to get it out, and they're going to ice as much as they can. There's no penalty for icing when you're
down a man in the man disadvantage, so why not?
When you're on the kill, that's all you can do, especially at this level and a game this intense. That's what you want to do too, is just get the puck out. Big hit there in the corner.
Scary, maybe thinking Benet was gonna have to play 5-on-3, but they survived. Ciesla standing strong in that left post. Flips out for him. Backhand ice all the way down. Owen Ryle will skate off, knowing he did a great smart move right there. So under a minute on the power play remaining. Just over a minute in the first period. If Benet can make it past these first 17 minutes, still staying tied after committing 2 penalties, I think they're stand to reason they're in good hands.
For sure.
Benet's really good on the shorthanded goals too. Don't count them out yet. Hudson Hollweck trying to make some magic happen himself. Frasco calling for it. He was wide open in the slot there. Hard for Hollweck to get past the stifling double team of the Warriors. Deerfield will take their time on this one. Holding the puck behind his net is Aaron Rubin. Plays on this team alongside his brother Zachary Rubin. Play stops with 30 seconds to go in the first period, and that penalty successfully killed by Benet, their first kill of the day. So just to remind everyone what's at stake here, this is the round of 16 of these Illinois State playoffs. The quarterfinals, March 1st, Saturday, March 1st, played out at West Meadows Ice Arena in Rolling Meadows, Illinois. Quarterfinals, of course, would be the Elite 8 of the states. If they were to win at the quarterfinals, one of these teams, they make it to the semis, to also be held at West Meadows Ice Arena the week after. Stolen away, though. Here's a chance. Ooh, Deerfield got it high and wide. Benet might get saved by the horn here with only 5 seconds remaining in the first. And that's exactly what they do. Scary moment for Benet there, but after a successful penalty kill and matching Deerfield's opening goal, we sit after the first 17 minutes tied 1-1.
Brian's Garage Door Solutions. 25 years of expert residential and commercial garage door design, sales, and service, and almost 1,000 5-star Google reviews. Tate Enterprises. Design and remodeling for kitchens, basements, bathrooms, whole house, and home additions. Max Heads Custom Kick Drum Heads. Design online, upload, create, rock. If you're in a band, you need a Max Head.
Welcome back to Seven Bridges Ice Arena. 17 minutes in this one with 2 periods to go. The score still tied 1-1. Leading off the scoring, Dustin Zimberoff, a beautiful right side on the power play. Did the rest himself. Benet got a chance on the power play and also made Deerfield pay. A Hudson Schlie goal evens the score at 1-1. How fitting is it that both of the forwards of the All-State forwards on these teams are first to strike? It's pretty fitting.
I mean, you don't just get the All-State title for no reason. I mean, it shows here tonight with them both scoring. I mean, it's kind of ironic that both of them are scoring. I mean, good on them.
And some more poetic justice there. Both of the goalies in this one, also All-State. It goes to show you how much talent's on both sides of the ice. Because even if you're not an All-Stater, if you're on one of these teams playing a lot of minutes on one of these first lines, you are a very good hockey player, especially if you're a sophomore, junior, and still have another year to go. Who's to know what's in your future?
Right. Like you've said before, I've talked to some of the Benet guys too that are freshmen playing on varsity and all that. I mean, they've told me before that it's not easy to get the get the varsity title on any team you're trying out for as a young player. I mean, just getting the title as a varsity player at a young age is huge.
Ciesla, again, must have heard us calling his name. Another save right there. Cannon with the defense on the Deerfield attack. Ciesla freezes. It goes right into his breadbasket. He gets his 10th save of the day. Just under a minute in the second period. Still nothing giving so far. But it's the thing about hockey. Swings at a moment's notice. Facing off is Luca DiCosola and Josh Becker. Advantage, DiCosola. Nico passes to his brother Luca. Opposite side, Joe Eide, one of the quickest skaters on the ice. Luca's in the slot, poked away. Deerfield defense getting in. Good job getting it in the hands there. On the ice for the Warriors. That is Captain Josh Becker nearest the puck. With him, Eli Jacobs, Zachary Rubin, Zachary Wincor, well, Sam Cohen. Deerfield had a chance there. It was Jacobs trying to find Cohen in the slot. Couldn't quite sync up there. Jacobs once again charging into the crease, but Bennett collapsed. Made sure that didn't happen.
Both of these teams still coming out the same way they did in the first period, aggressive and using that body they have. I mean, it's no short of action in this game tonight for sure.
I think there's so much attention given to both of these offenses, especially on the Bennett side, what we've seen all season long. But the unsung heroes, other than the goalies, of course, these defensive lines are sharp.
Yes, I fully agree. I mean, watching it last night, the defense was on point. And watching Deerfield right now, their defense is on point too. They're not giving up much in the slot.
So a helpful chatter here. First off, thank you to everybody tuning in on this lovely Friday evening broadcast. Appreciate you being with us for some Illinois State playoff hockey. But one of the chatters tells us that Viator-York game we were mentioning before is not only scoreless, it's heading to overtime.
That's insane. I mean, any team that goes scoreless through 3 periods is insane, and then let alone going into overtime and playoffs and any round of hockey actually is insane. But going scoreless and then ending up in overtime, it's a huge battle there.
You talk about gritty, huh?
Yeah.
What defines it better than scoreless hockey after scoreless playoff hockey? 3 words. If those are next to each other in the book, you know you're in for a treat.
Right. I mean, and scoreless hockey, I mean, yeah, it might be a downfall that you're not scoring, but at the same time, you're not getting scored on. So you're winning and you're losing at the same time. I mean, those players are definitely motivated to get that one goal that'll win the game for their team.
Resuming play. Bennett had it in their zone. Can they keep it in? Somehow they do. Bennett coming out a little more aggressive on these forechecks. We'll see if it bears fruit for them. Right now, it certainly looks like it is. Danny Quinlan, tap back. Rosenthal has to send it in. Quinlan's quick to corral it. Back in the slot, skates by. O'Rourke's going to shoot from the point. Redirect opportunity, no good. Poked away. O'Rourke was the unsung hero in round 1 of these state playoffs for Bennett. They looked dead in the water against the York Dukes varsity white team. For O'Rourke, who is not much of a goal scorer at all, they had 1 point in the regular season, fired one in from the right side near the point. Bennett ended up winning that one in overtime 3-2. How great was that game? Were you here for that one, Luke?
I was very fortunate and able to watch that one. I mean, it was a great game through everything, and seeing him score, I've talked to him before, and he gets down on himself when he goes through those point deduction periods where he doesn't score. And I know he was super happy when he scored that. He came up to me after the game and asked me if I saw it, and I of course said yeah, and he was super happy about it. And him and all of his teammates were super happy that he got that goal.
That's why you play the game after all. Lovely stuff there from the defenseman. Meanwhile, on the face-off, Evan Petratos of the Red Wings goes up against, that is Zimbarov, our first goal scorer of the night. We've had a couple souvenirs happen over the games here at Seven Bridges Ice Arena. We get one more heading into the Bennett bench. We'll drop puck at center ice. And another thing I will pull up, you talk about what these teams have been able to accomplish in their program's history. Benet, of course, when it comes to Kennedy Cup championships, they are no stranger to that. 4 of them on the banner over there. They're looking for their 5th. However, what we're playing for right now is a state championship. Benet has made it. They've made it pretty close before. State Final Four, 2015, 2016, and 2017. They were the runner-up in 15, but have never gotten to hoist the state title trophy. Deerfield, on the other hand, their inaugural season in 1973, 2 state titles to their name. Gotta say, that's pretty impressive for a public school, given the region of area that they're at. Just goes to show you how well of a run of a program they are and the type of talent they get in and out of that team.
That is very impressive. You didn't see it over here, but I mouthed the words, wow. And, I mean, coming to your inaugural season, winning 2 state titles back-to-back is pretty impressive with any team. But like you said, the region of their school is not a small one, so it's impressive.
And that is maybe another thing that's at stake here. It's the whole public school versus private school matchup. I don't have any dog in the fight there, but there's a chance for Deerfield. Benet is going to neutralize that. I do think that adds some fuel to the fire. What say you?
I feel the same way. I feel like you don't see it, but there's a lot of controversy between public and private schools, and it's not always the brightest controversy, and the hockey kids see it for sure. And it might even motivate Benet more to prove that private schools are hockey schools too.
You're gonna have to play some defense here. Frasco's on the defending side. Trying to get in there was Edwin Houston. Big hit, no call. We're gonna play on, it seems. And Houston, number 34 for Deerfield, was not the biggest scorer in their regular season for the Warriors. However, in their round 1 win against the Glenbrook North Gold team, he was the first one on the board. And you talk about the same thing on the opposite side for Benet. Danny Quinlan was fantastic player, one of the seniors, one of the alternate captains of this team, was not a scorer in the regular season. However, he has led the Benet Red Wings in postseason points so far.
See, that's impressive. I mean, anybody who doesn't get the points they want in the regular season, I mean, coming out in the postseason and putting up those points is very, very impressive for any hockey player, that is.
Another save from Ciesla, his 12th on the day. And we'll have a face-off in front of his net. Up ahead, no icing. Can Stone get there? Not before the defense does. No, sir. Up and around the bend. O'Rourke's retreating. He's got his stick on it. Up ahead. Kind of ping-ponging around between zones right now. Owen Ryle through the mess. Also scored in that round 1 matchup against York. Put Benet up 2-1. Of course, they would end up winning 3-2 in overtime, but a huge goal from Ryle on a breakaway. Another opportunity there. Net came off the hinges. Some pushing and shoving, extracurriculars. It's playoff hockey. What do you expect?
With the game being as aggressive as it is, I'm surprised that's the first time they're pushing and shoving in front of the net. I mean, they've been throwing bodies all night so far. That being the only pushing and shoving is pretty impressive.
And we get a look on our goal cam on some of the stuff that was happening over there, and a look into the mind of Alex Richter, what he has to face, which is certainly no easy task. We check back some of the Benet students, of course, making the trip. Very important game. Of course, this would be their final chance to watch him play in the state playoffs at Seven Bridges Ice Arena, but they'll be back here for the Kennedy Cup Finals. Big hit over into the bench. Hensel again, back at it. Benet, bench wants a penalty there. They're unsuccessful in their pleas. Off of Karras' skates. Benet plays the neutral zone. DiCosola reached back, got it. Opportunity up ahead. Gets hit from the back of Corrigan. Great defending job from him there. Corrigan, a shove on Joe Eide. Benet can't keep it in. Cannon is an all-star this year. One of the many weapons in this team. Scores a lot for a defender as well. And that one flies up into the stands off the stick of DiCosola. We stop play. Just under 10.5 to go in the second. And it does look like we get an update not only from our chatter. Thank you those in the chat keeping us updated on that crazy York St. Viator game. Pulled it up right here on Game Sheet Stats. The York Dukes varsity black team coming up with a 1-0 win over the 24-seeded St. Viator Lions. I think that's impressive on both ends. Shots in front! Diving down is Richter, and it looks like he is going to scoop that one up before any harm is done. That's how fast this game is played. I take my eyes off it for 1 second. We're back at it, Luke.
Hockey's a fast sport. You look away for 1 second, anything can happen. I mean, looking at these stats on the York game, I mean, 48 shots for York to 21. I mean, high scoring, high shooting game there, and it's impressive only 1 goal came out of that game.
Isn't it the beautiful thing about hockey? You look at the scoreboard here, 13 shots for the Warriors, 12 now for the Red Wings, and compare it to this York St. Viator game where it was 48 to 21. Right. There are so many less shots in this game, and the margin is so much closer, yet it's 1-1 here, and that game is 1-0. Yeah. How beautiful is that?
I mean, that's insane. I mean, there's games like that where you get the shots you need or you don't get the shots you need. I mean, having a game this close in shots it's honestly impressive with how much, I mean, scoring opportunities both teams have had, seeing the shots being so low.
Bennett's turn to attack. Dusek missed the redirect. He'll skate over to grab it left side. Fires it back, got a spin around. Hollweck getting one last hit in before he takes the bench. Bennett gets another line change. Entering the game, Vinny Porro alongside Michael O'Rourke, Alex Dentice. Getting boxed out there, who just entered the ice, Evan Petratos. Bennett doing a lot better job of keeping the puck in their zone in this second period. Alex Dentice had another goal scorer yesterday in that Kennedy Cup semifinal game against Fenwick. Poro's got a chance in front of the net, goes high. A redirect opportunity, bouncing up and down in the crease. Richter comes out the victor. Richter the victor, I like that. It sounds like we're gonna have to say that a lot today with how great he's been, yeah.
Bennett's not stopping at all. They're keeping the pressure up. I mean, it's pretty impressive. I mean, getting tossed around and bodied left and right, it's not an easy game to just keep pushing and keep persevering like Bennett's doing. I mean, both teams are being very impressive with how they're staying to the aggressiveness they want to play while getting tossed around and bodied left and right.
We saw kind of the same thing in that round 1 matchup against York for Bennett. Those first 2 periods, their offense seemed to be drawing dead in the water. They come out in the third, put 2 in the net, and just immediately put the game back in their favor. What do you think is a big reason on why Bennett seems to have, well, it seems like they play a lot of games from in front, but when they're down, they just seem to flip a switch and get back on track?
I mean, I feel like it's all the motivation from the boys. Coming out of that second period intermission when you get that little break for the Zamboni, I mean, that can help you immensely. I mean, I know a lot of the boys, when they come out of the locker room, when I see them coming out of the locker room, they're always screaming like, let's go, like we're here now, like they're always amped up coming out of that period.
And amped up is the right word to use. A lot of action and a shove or two there. Check our goal cam over there for, and it just goes to show you some of the energy going on. Those Bennett students knocking down one of our goal cams. Hard to blame them. There's a lot of energy here, and I mean, let's be honest. When my high school was in something like this, I was pretty energetic myself.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in that group with some of these Bennett games, and they get amped up for sure. And I'm usually the guy under the camera, so that doesn't happen.
Yeah, so recapping that action there, I think it was Davin Frasco that had a chance, like a wraparound opportunity on Richter's net. Richter got to that far side post. A couple other chances before the net was knocked off, and now we're back here to a face-off. It seems like we can't even recap the action without some more action happening, because here come the Deerfield Warriors past the center ice. Tripping and falling, getting back to his feet, Shapiro. Up ahead, Owen Ryle. He had a goal like this before. Can he do it again? Left side, Ryle shoots! Saved by Richter. Bouncing around still. Back out to the point. Bennett cannot keep it in.
It seems like both teams are having a hard time corralling the puck today. I don't know if the ice is extra bouncy or if it's the puck that's making it extra bouncy, but...
Here's a steal shot!
Wow.
What a save from Alex Richter. Oh my goodness. The All-Stater showing why he has such an accolade.
That was a very impressive save. He laid out completely to make that one. He was basically in the splits and still put his hand out to make that save.
Just an absolute crazy series of events. Owen Ryle stealing that one directly in the slot with the aggressive forecheck. I don't know how Richter had the awareness to even know where the puck was, let alone get a glove on it.
Yeah. I mean, you hear it all the time watching NHL games. The goalies always have their head on a swivel, and obviously he's got his head on a fast swivel today.
Standing on his head, a lot of people would say. Shot is deflected. Richter's able to bounce it off his chest, scoop it up, and applause, it seems like, from both sides just for what Richter's been able to put out so far. What do you know? We look back at our goal cam, those Benet students, they know a thing or two. Our goal cam's back and ready to show you some more action off this face-off. It's DiCosola against Becker. This time, Luca's going to be the winner. Luca dumps it in. Richter's got to bounce it out before that puck travels to the slot. Benet will dump, not go a line change. They're still going to attack on this forecheck. Chance here. DiCosola has some room. Trickles all the way through to Richter, who stops play. 6.5 to go. Benet with their 17th shot on goal, now leading the shot battle. But still a 1-to-1 game here, Luke.
It's a 1-to-1 game, but it's nothing but action here. I mean, left and right, we got action everywhere. We got bodies being thrown. It's a very entertaining 1-to-1 hockey game.
Yeah, Bennett's had a couple games like that this year. They've had a couple 1-0 wins, and then that loss to Fenwick, that was also 1-0. And a couple of those games have been probably some of the best 1-0 games I've ever seen. Right now, kind of the same tune with this 1-to-1 match.
Still anyone's game. They're both playing aggressive. They're both playing the hockey they've been playing all season. I mean, it's still anybody's game out there.
For Deerfield, even more fuel to the fire. We're talking, of course, Benet still has the Kennedy Cup playoffs to win their conference. They're not, of course, not thinking about that right now. They're only thinking about the team on the other side of the ice. Deerfield actually is another save is made by Richter. And again, he's just doing his thing. Maybe playing with some extra juice, though. Deerfield lost in the first round of their league playoffs. They were actually swept by the lower seeded New Trier Blue team in 2 games. That second game went to overtime, too. A really stinging loss for the Warriors that is certainly maybe fueling some of the motivation out here tonight.
I was just going to say that. I mean, losing any series in overtime, no less, it's definitely fuel for the Fire. And obviously, this is their only shot at continuing their hockey season, so they're going to want to keep pushing and keep doing what they can to make that hockey season last longer.
I know he doesn't score goals, but Alex Richter, probably our player of the game so far. A couple saves directly out of a faceoff where Benet likes to get those goals. I've never played goalie myself. Can you even put yourself in the skates of somebody in the net making the saves that not only Richter, but Ciesla's had to do today? I mean, what sort of mental fortitude does that take?
I mean, it takes a lot of mental games for sure. I mean, I even watched Richter warming up before the game. He was throwing a tennis ball against the wall, just had his glove and was catching them left and right. I mean, you've seen how he works out his gloves, and obviously it works for him. He's made incredible saves all night tonight.
And it looks routine from him. Isn't that crazy? And it's the degree of difficulty we'll probably never understand. Us mere mortals, right?
No, I will never understand what it's like playing goaltender.
And Richter, again, he's just showing off at this point. Another glove save brings him up to 19 saves on Bennett's 20 shots.
Yeah. I mean, I saw him warming up before the game. Like I said, he had his headphones on. He was dialed in. He had a tennis ball. He was throwing it against the wall, catching it. His teammates and everybody was walking by him, and he didn't move, didn't talk to anybody for a good probably 15 minutes before the game, just throwing the ball against the wall and catching it. And that's most goalies warm up like that, just warming up their hand-eye coordination and their neck muscles too.
Talk about locking in, as the kids say, right?
Right.
Benet trying to pay that no mind. They're back in the attacking zone, dominating the time of attack in the second period, but they can't keep it in there. Got to get back before the Warriors do. It looks like Benet is going to get a stick on it, but not quite. Here we go. It's Sabau of the Warriors. Goes wide of Ciesla's net. He hasn't had to see some action in a while, but he is now. Pass through the crease. No one was home for the Warriors from Shapiro. Under the stick of Dentice. Puck passes enough lines, gives us an icing call.
Icing call. And on that play with the goaltender not getting a lot of action, that could be a good and a bad thing at the same time. I mean, you might get too relaxed if you don't get too much action down there in your crease. I mean, luckily he did make that save, but I've seen some goalies who don't get a lot of action and they're just caught off guard when they do get that first shot on them in the first 5 minutes of a period, and they might relax too much where it might interfere with their goaltending.
That's a great point, Luke. Plays into that mental side of the goalie position that you were talking about before. That's part of the mental game. There's a lot that they're going to have to face here. Maybe not. The Deerfield defense showing why they're so... Oh, let's see where that puck is first. There it is. Okay. So much action on the board. It's hard to follow that little black saucer. Okay, Rosenthal back in the game on the defensive side. Ruben backhands it in. Deerfield keeps the line out there. Rosenthal through the wickets of Stone. And maybe now it's Deerfield's turn to control the remaining part of this period, as a big hit was laid on the left side by Michael O'Rourke, rather. Thought it was Alex Dentice for a second. Bennett back the other way. They're so quick in turning their defensive stops into offensive chances. Spinning to get that one in. Sam Cohen. Cohen wanted to pass it to the slot. Nobody was home. Hudson Schlie wrestling it away. A couple of nice moves from Schlie. Owen Ryle, full head of steam. Shoots from the top of the slot. Off of the shoulder of Richter, it looked like. Hitting the net. And we're going to stop play once again. 3:31 to go in the second.
Another souvenir for one of the Benet fans. You can see him celebrating up there with the puck.
2 megaphones for those students. 1 puck. And a whole lot of fun. That's about all we can say so far. This game continues the way it is, but with another Bennett goal on the scoreboard, I think it's only going to get better.
Couldn't agree more. I mean, coming with those fans, I mean, I talked to them last night about how amped up they were. No matter what game it is for Bennett, they're always amped up to play. And obviously they're friends at school, and then they see their friends playing hockey on the ice. They love that they're able to come out and support their friends when they can.
These high schoolers, they could be anywhere on a Friday night, choosing to support their fellow Red Wings at Seven Bridges Ice Arena. Those are good friends. I need some friends like that. What say you?
I couldn't agree more. I would love for my friends to come out and support me on a Friday night when you can do whatever you want.
Falling was Luca DiCosola for a second there. I think some fans wanted to call, but no dice there. Corrigan hits Carson to the board. Those two love to hit, and they had to come together there. After that series of saves from Richter, haven't seen a lot of quality shots from either team. Maybe that changes here with Bennett, puck in the zone. Hensel spinning around in the corner. He's double teamed. Stick is lost. Picked back up. Now it's the Warriors playing past the center line. A whole lot of action behind the net. Time keeps ticking away in the second. Nico puts it on goal. Still behind the net. Feeding it in. Dusek was in the slot there. Maybe he had a chance on a one-timer. Under his stick, timing just a little bit off. And of course, the timing's got to be so tight getting it in these windows against such a tough defense.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, the timing is a big part of hockey. I mean, especially against a high defense and high-scoring teams. I mean, you have at most 5 seconds to make a play before you have a defender on you. And you can see Bennett there right now, and it almost seems like they're struggling with making plays because they're getting pinched real fast, and they have a very, very small period of time to make a play here.
So we get substitutions from both teams. 101 seconds left in the second period. I think both teams, to be quite honest with you, probably content holding that 1-1 tie. They, of course, want to keep scoring. Right. But if you're a coach at either one of these teams, given what has transpired in the second period, do you feel comfortable going into the last 17 minutes if it's tied 1-1 still?
I would feel very comfortable going into the third period tied 1-1. I mean, it's not like any team's making mistakes out here. They're playing good hockey. It's just the one play that you find the team that's going to make a mess up and just give you the opportunity to get that 1-goal lead you need to prevail in a game.
Rosenthal finds it in the slot. Seeming like every time someone's open right down the middle, it's getting kicked up and out. It's exactly what you want to see if you're either of these coaches, whether you're head coach Andrew Schlie of the Bennett Red Wings or William Dodge of the Warriors. Two experienced coaches, and it's very obvious that these players are well coached.
Yes, for sure. I mean, I spoke with the Bennett coach a little bit. He's obviously confident about his guys, but he knows there's always room for improvement. And watching some of Bennett's practices over the years, I mean, they don't mess around in practice. They always come off the ice sweating, and you see it during these games. And as a coach, coaching either one of these teams, you're both playing great defense. It's rough to say anything negative about the teams right now. They're both playing great competitive hockey, and that's almost what you want as a coach going into a state game like this.
And the two captains in the face-off right there, Schlie and Becker. This time it goes to the Warriors and Becker. About 30 seconds left. On the ice for Deerfield, looking to close it out right now. Previously mentioned Josh Becker's out there, alongside Zachary Winnacor. Giving the hit there with Sam Cohen. Skating after the puck right there, Eli Jacobs. And bringing up the rear, Keegan O'Neill. Ten seconds left in the second. Maybe one more opportunity for the Red Wings. They could even get anything going. It looks like Deerfield's going to shut it down after a big hit in the boards. Hand doesn't go. One more shot.
One more.
Finally saved by Richter, who then shoves right at the end there. And we have some theatrics going, folks. Oh, no. So it looks like Alex Richter maybe took exception to number 29 of Bennett. That's Carson Stone, who was charging in there at the end. Not quite sure what happened. No harm, no foul. Doesn't look like any penalties are called. So we'll see what happens there. But as of right now, we stand at 1-1 after 2.
Brian's Garage Door Solutions. 25 years of expert residential and commercial garage door design, sales, and service, and almost 1,000 5-star Google reviews. Tate Enterprises. Design and remodeling for kitchens, basements, bathrooms, whole house, and home additions. Max Heads Custom Kick Drum Heads. Design online, upload, create, rock. If you're in a band, you need a Max Head.
Hi, my name is Brian Koenig. I am the president of Soccer 2000. We are a soccer specialty store located in Downers Grove. We specialize in servicing club uniforms and a personalized retail experience. Soccer 2000 has an exclusive team center that includes a wide variety of uniform kits to help your club choose the next kits that will make you guys look great on the field. Contact us at 630-241-9500 or find us online at soccer2000.com.
Did you know that you can advertise your business on our live streams? You sure can. Contact us about the numerous advertising opportunities we offer to local businesses during our sports live streams. Build brand awareness, engage customers, and support your local sports teams. Contact us for more information.
Welcome back to Seven Bridges Ice Arena, folks. Luke Finella alongside Andy Diedrich here. We have quite the game for you. A 1-1 tie after 2 periods of action between the Benet Academy Red Wings and the Deerfield Warriors. 1-1 game, playoff hockey. It's been a physical one. How great is this, Luke?
I mean, it's an amazing game, a 1-1 game. It's nothing but action, nothing but aggressiveness from both teams. I mean, you see it in the scoring, you see it in the defense they're playing. They're both aggressive and they both want this win. They're both fighting hard for it.
Yeah, so leading off the scoring, first period, Dustin Zimberoff on a power play chance for the Warriors, netted it the right side on a beautiful set of moves. Right. What do you like out of him? Why is he an all-stater? I think we saw it there, but what did you like out of that goal?
I mean, everybody sees it, just the way he plays. He's such a patient player, and on that goal there, he was patient with the puck. He waited, he got the skater right in front of the net, and almost looked like a screen on the goalie and just took the shot and happened to go in.
Disciplined team, great team. They led off the scoring here. Benet, of course, being who they are, quickly struck back. A power play chance for them led to a Hudson Schlie one-timer from the right side. Both all-staters scoring in the first period. How about that?
I mean, all-staters for a reason. Like I said before, they're not just all-staters because they're hockey players. They're all-staters because they produce, and they're able to produce during big moments of big games. I mean, both of them producing big goals today. Scoring the first goals for both their teams in the game and helping their team hopefully get to a win.
The real story of the game, of course, both of the guys in the net. Ben Ciesla, the all-star, the all-stater, of course, has been great. Saved 13 out of the 14 shots for Deerfield. However, the real player of the game right now has got to be Alex Richter, the man in the net for Deerfield.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, he's been standing on top of his head, like I said, during the plays. I mean, he was in the splits and still made a glove save. That's very impressive for an NHL-level goalie, let alone a high school kid. I mean, he's been playing out of his mind today for sure.
Both these teams seem to realize what's at stake and that they have an aggressive team across them. A lot of physicality in this one on both sides of the ice.
Right. I mean, playing physical is great, and it's not like they're playing physical and playing dirty. They're playing physical and playing smart. I mean, coming from a coach's perspective, I mean, having your team play aggressive and being physical and still not getting penalties about it it's a big win for a coach.
Yeah, both these coaches definitely pleased with what's going on. The one thing they might not be pleased with, some action there, extracurricular activities, end of the second period. We're checking the score sheet. It seems like we're going to have roughing penalties on both squads. Had both the captains out there for a little bit. How do you think that changes the dynamic in the locker room going into this final period?
I honestly think it'll make the final period, the first 5 minutes of the final period are going to be the most aggressive hockey we've seen all night, I feel, because both teams are coming out not short-handed per se because it'll be 5-on-5 still, but knowing you got a guy in the box and knowing you're trying to it's a 1-1 game going into the third and a state playoff game, it's going to be some intense hockey coming up here.
We both said this was going to be a tight one and that Benet was going to come out on top. Anything you saw today change that so far?
I mean, honestly, with Deerfield's defense in the slot, they're shutting down that slot really nice, and based on Benet scoring the whole season, their slot is what Benet loves, and Deerfield shutting down that slot, it might make scoring for Benet a little difficult, but I still think Benet has what it takes to prevail with how aggressive they're playing, and I feel like Deerfield's kind of shutting down a little bit with the aggressive coming towards them.
Yeah, well, regardless of what happens, I'm certainly excited to see the result of this final period, and maybe more. Who's to say?
Yeah.
We hope you are all going to stick with us for this final period of hockey. We'll be right back here in Recruitlings.
Brian's Garage Door Solutions. 25 years of expert residential and commercial garage door design, sales, and service, and almost 1,000 5-star Google reviews. Tate Enterprises. Design and remodeling for kitchens, basements, bathrooms, whole house, and home additions. Max Heads Custom Kick Drum Heads. Design online, upload, create, rock. If you're in a band, you need a Max Head.
Hi, my name is Brian Koenig. I am the president of Soccer 2000. We are a soccer specialty store located in Downers Grove. We specialize in servicing club uniforms and a personalized retail experience. Soccer 2000 has an exclusive team center that includes a wide variety of uniform kits to help your club choose the next kits that will make you guys look great on the field. Contact us at 630-241-9500 or find us online at soccer2000.com.
Did you know that you can advertise your business on our live streams? You sure can. Contact us about the numerous advertising opportunities we offer to local businesses during our sports live streams. Build brand awareness, engage customers, and support your local sports teams. Contact us for more information.
Welcoming you back to Seven Bridges Ice Arena. Luke Finella alongside myself, Andy Diedrich. We have another 17 minutes of great hockey in this one. Probably one of the more entertaining one-to-one games you've ever seen. A lot of people like scoring when it comes to other sports, especially in hockey too. But still, if you're a fan of some hard-nosed high school hockey, you're in the right place, folks.
Right, I couldn't agree more. I mean, you're getting action, you're getting good hockey, you're getting good defense, you're getting physical hockey for sure. Everything about this hockey game has been insane, to say the least.
Welcome in if you're just joining us. Both goals coming in the first period off of the sticks of the two All-State forwards from both these teams. Dustin Zimberoff, power play early on in the first, and a quick answer from Hudson Schlie of Bennett only a few minutes after. Since then, been a bit of a stalemate. It is Alex Richter, our probably player of the game right now in that goal. You see he's taking a moment to collect his thoughts. 23 saves so far, some of them being really spectacular. He will certainly have a highlight tape just from this game alone on top of everything else he's done this year. And the energy in here is even gone up another level, hearing the cheers and jeers from both sides right now as they look forward to these next 17 minutes of hockey. Buckle up, Luke. Are you ready?
I'm ready for it.
All right. Taking you back to center ice. Starting on the ice for the Red Wings in the faceoff circle. Hudson Schlie, their goal scorer. He's joined by number 28, Nick Hensel. On his right is 82, Hudson Hollweck. Two defenders, Jimmy Cannon, Alex Karras, of course, remaining in goal for them. Their rock in the net, Ben Ciesla. For the Warriors, almost coming away with that faceoff there was number 8, Dustin Zimberoff. Along with him is Keegan O'Neill, Aaron Rubin. Alongside them, Tyler Corrigan. And finally, Edwin Houston. We're off and away. Right side, Hollweck shoots. Is hit from behind. Trickles towards the net. Richter wisely gobbles that one up before any charging Bennett Red Wings can make him pay for it. So we talk about the public versus private school thing, but when you look at the tail of the tape of these two schools as well, Deerfield, of course, the public school, opened recently when it comes compared to Bennett, opened in 1959 in Deerfield, Illinois, of course. Currently has an enrollment of about 1,400. A notable alum, Hub Arkush. He is the founder and publisher of Pro Football Weekly and a current U.S. diplomat, Donald Blome. They had a lot more on their Wikipedia page, but those are two of the many names. It just goes to show you Deerfield's got not only a great hockey team out on the ice, but a pretty good education as well.
Right. And like I said before, it's no matter what sport it is, public versus private schools playing sports against each other is always a good matchup. And always intense, no matter what sport it is.
Yeah, and then, of course, comparing them to Benet. Benet was founded here in Lyle back in 1887, which is crazy to think about. About the same enrollment, currently about 1,300. And those of you who have been with us all season, Red Wings fans, we try to pick a different famous alumni every time. This time we'll go with Mike Lee. He's a light heavyweight boxing champion, formerly an all-conference linebacker at Benet. I don't know how much high school football you watched. I hear Bennett's pretty good, Luke.
I have heard good things about Bennett's football team as well. I mean, I feel like that's what I hear about a lot of the Benet sports teams. They're always in the talks when it comes to them being good teams and strong teams.
Certainly two physical sports. You see where the crossover lies.
Right.
I know on the ice right now, Michael O'Rourke was a big contributor for Bennett's football team, as he is in the defensive side for Benet hockey. As he touches the puck right on time. O'Rourke feeds it into the slot. In front was Joe Eide trying to sneak a goal in there. Past the stick of Dusek. He floats right side. Weakly hit one towards Richter, lets it go. DiCosola grabs it for the Red Wings. And we are getting some validation in the chat that Benet is really good at football, and Mike Lee is a very good professional boxer. That's my buddy Noah. What's up, Noah Shaker? Joe Eide, however, hoping to make his name heard as well. Luca DiCosola, left side. Richter, don't know how he does it, making that glove save look effortless. Got all those Benet students trying to get the head of Alex Richter. Haven't been successful so far,
right.
But I can only imagine their chirps are going to ramp up, huh?
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, based on what their chirps were last night, they're definitely going to ramp it up a little bit here. I mean, getting in the head of Richter is going to be a hard one. I saw him warming up before the game, and didn't look like a lot could get in his way of persevering.
Ryle feeds it right into near side post, where the netminder is there. Has to freeze it again, though. Benet, we're not doing so in the first period, but these second and third periods, so far, they're now dominating the shots on goal, 26-14. At one point, I believe they were down 12-8 or something. It shows you how much time they've been on attack, but also how much Richter's held up his end of the bargain in the defensive end.
Right, I mean, we were talking about the York game earlier, and that big of a lopsided shots on goal, and our goals were one apart at one point in this game, and now it looks like we're going to get that lopsided shots on goal here.
That's true. You ask any Warriors fans, they don't care about the shots on goal. The only number that matters is that number by their name. Right now, it's 1-1 for both squads. Deerfield finally gets some time to play with the puck in this third period. Schlie's back in the ice, backhands it, centers. Does not reach the stick of Quinlan. Instead, it went to Wolf of the Warriors. As we said before, there was that scuffle towards the end of the second period. Did result in a pair of penalties on Sam Cohen of the Warriors, Carson Stone of the Red Wings. But of course, those penalties occurring at the same time, those being 2-minute minors for roughing. No harm, no foul for either team. We don't have any power plays, but if there was another power play, it could prove costly for whichever team allows the man advantage.
For sure. I mean, we were talking about it. Offsides here.
Offside.
Yeah, we were talking about it here before we went back on air. And both the penalties in the first period resulted in a goal here, so could have been a huge difference if it was a power play for either team here. Going into the third period and having a man advantage would have been huge for either team.
You're exactly correct, Luke. I think a lot of what the Benet coaches have stressed, at least in their pregame interviews with us this season, is maintaining discipline. Frasco maybe could have gotten called for one there. Did not, though. Still maintaining that discipline. Maybe getting a chance to score. Looks like they're going to work it out a little bit. Dentice skating around the world. Left side wanted to feed into Petratos. Gets his way through. Softly hit towards Becker. He'll clear it. Hand goes up, and we're going to get an icing. We'll give another shout out to Bennett's junior varsity team. Their 5-2 win over Brother Rice in the DiCosola Cup semis in Game 2. Game 1, rather, means that Game 2, with a 1-0 series lead, they'll play this Sunday at Brother Rice. They're in the semifinals there. Their varsity team's already made the finals. That program seems to be in good shape, huh?
Yeah. It does, for sure. And I know some of the JV guys, I spoke with them yesterday before they got on the ice for their practice. They're amped up for that game. I mean, seeing their varsity team go and make the finals, a lot of the guys were saying they want to do the same thing for their JV team and bring the finals for JV and varsity. And I mean, I know both of them want the win in the championship for both teams. And I mean, seeing the varsity team have a chance at doing that, and then seeing the JV team could turn around and do the exact same thing would be huge for the organization and for Benet alone.
Exactly said, yeah. So with Benet getting all these shots on goals, yet another puck frozen by Richter, you do start to think it's great to win the shots on goal battle, but if these shots aren't resulting in like a high quality of shots, right, how much does it truly mean? Maybe Deerfield's just playing their game.
Yeah, I mean, no matter what the shots on goal are, it's more of a how effective is the shot on goal. Like,
well said.
If you just dump it in from the blue line, is it really a good shot? But like Deerfield may have lower amount of shots, but is it because they're being smarter and only taking the shots they want to take that have that chance of going into the net and resulting in that goal they need to prevail over Benet?
Certainly if they get one of those breakaway opportunities to put one in, the Deerfield coaching staff's going to look really intelligent, that's for sure. Get another icing call, 12:22 left in the third period. Back up in the broadcast booth, everybody. Thank you for joining us on this Friday night. We're having a lot of fun. We hope you are too. Stick with us. We got 12 more minutes of hockey. Let's go.
12 more minutes of entertaining hockey for you.
Yeah, if you're not watching, you should watch now. Dusek trying to get the new spectators a sight off the bat. Had a bit of a swing and a miss there.
Both teams are not laying off their body checking they've been laying all game. I mean, both the teams are still coming out in the third period and still laying the incredible, huge bodies they've been laying all game here.
I think that's exactly right. You see a lot of times, Benet skaters, like, they're very physical. There's no doubt about that. But they'll put beautiful set of moves there. Almost resulted in disaster. Zimmerhoff just lovely with the puck in his possession. But Benet sometimes will throw the brakes in some of the checks that they've done, at least earlier in the season. Today, no such brakes being applied.
Yeah, I think they apply the brakes, but I mean, some of the Benet guys, knowing it's a state game, they're not going to apply the brakes in a state game. No less a one-to-one state game for them.
Certainly hard to blame them. And we see a bit of a change-up from what we're used to in icing against Benet. So the Warriors, with one of their few opportunities in this third period, get a shot on goal. Take a look at our goal cam. Ben Ciesla setting up a net. Haven't called his name in a while. If you're Benet, hopefully you won't have to.
And I'm looking at the chat here. It says Benet needs to get really aggressive and create opportunities, not just shots. I couldn't agree more with that. They're playing aggressive. I mean, they're taking the shots, they're winning the shots, but like you said in the chat, you do need those effective shots too, not just to get it on net. I mean, looking for a rebound's always good, but you want that effective shot at the net that's open.
Decent looking shot there. Deerfield's really able to weather that storm continuously. Benet seems to just get that puck right back in the neutral zone, maybe just past their blue line. And almost a chance there. Deerfield just a tad off.
I feel like, as coming from a hockey player perspective, an offsides call is one of the most mentally draining calls you have, because you're going into your zone to make a play and then it's just blown dead. So you all your momentum going into that play is just gone at that point. So,
yeah. And I know sometimes it's unavoidable given where players are at the ice, but if it's like a silly one that you could have had and had a chance for a goal, kind of want to go over to your teammate and maybe just like, why I oughta, but...
Right, fully agree with you.
Yeah. Dentice in the corner. It's O'Neill trying to get it out. Benet once again remaining in. Redirect opportunity. It was a swing and a miss from Poro. And continuously showing his prowess, Alex Richter in the net. He's really good with that glove side. Seems like he goes to the glove a lot more often than not on his glove side.
Right, and also coming from another hockey player perspective, if you see how good his glove is, you might want to start taking shots at his blocker side just to see, is his blocker side as effective as his glove side? Just get a shot at wherever his weakness may be.
Here's a chance now. Poro, right side. Off of the right side of the net. Huge hit that is going to draw a penalty. The Benet students love it. They might now... Oh, it's not going to draw a penalty. We do have a stoppage now. Let's see what we got. It looked like the referee put his arm down, and I thought the call was maybe just for a delayed offside. Don't know if that's the case. We await to see what the Men in Stripes award. Take a look back at that, though. The Benet students loved that hit on the far side of the ice there. Not sure who was the one that delivered it. Alex Dentice came in, lowered his shoulder, and did the rest. And it turns out it was clean. It was a 5 skaters still out there for Benet. I'm sorry to lead you guys astray with how big of a hit that was and seeing the arm up. We just assumed the worst. We play on, however. Puck past the center line.
That might add some motivation for Benet here. Seeing they're still laying the big hits, and another big shot here. But seeing they're still laying the hits and getting away with it might motivate them more just to keep pushing forward and playing as aggressive as they can to get that scoring opportunity they need.
Glove side save again for Richter in the net. That's a good point. It seems like the only 2 locations they've shot at Richter have been that glove side. Maybe that's, of course, the stifling defense from Deerfield. They've tried to go 5-hole a couple times. Again, only 1 goal that went in, and it really kind of trickled by in that one-timer from Schlie. Couple Red Wings trip and fall, get back to their feet, and they have possession of the puck once again. Another hit at center ice that immediately draws a penalty. Hudson Hollweck's going to spend some time in the box. And the Deerfield fans love it. The Benet fans can't believe it. There is Hollweck heading to the box. Looking at it in real time. We'll take a look back at it after we get the official call, but did seem like a penalty. They're going to dock the senior Hollweck 2 minutes for interference. New life breathed into the Deerfield Warriors, who haven't really had much of offensive identity these past 15, 20 minutes. That all changes when you have the man advantage, Luke.
Right, I mean, we've seen it earlier in the game. When Deerfield did have that man advantage, they capitalized on it, so.
Chance right here, saved by Ciesla.
I mean, both teams have capitalized on the man advantage, so getting a man advantage in the 3rd period of a 1-to-1 game is huge, and we'll see if Benet can clear this one out.
One-timer right side from Zimbarov. It's in front of the net still. Bounce it around. Ciesla kicks it with his skates. Net came off. We stop play 30 seconds into this penalty kill. My, oh my, this is going to be stressful, isn't it?
Yes, it will be. I mean, all 2 minutes of this penalty is going to be the most stressful 2 minutes of I mean, Benet knows last time they went on that penalty, they gave up a goal, so I'm sure they're all shaking a little, hoping it doesn't happen again on them.
Wonderful spatial awareness by the all-stater Zimbarov, who's already scored in this one. Found some space on that right side, just in front of the face-off circle. Got a one-timer in. I don't know how Ciesla got his head around to save it. Didn't corral it, but no harm, no foul, and we're going to play on. Another one-timer head towards Ciesla. Puck's up in the crease. Not in the net somehow. I don't know how that one didn't get poked in. Bennett's able to ice. Hanging on by just a thread, this Benet defense on this penalty kill. Those Deerfield students over there are just about ready to lose their minds.
Yeah, I mean, all the Deerfield parents and fans all stood up on that, thinking they were able to tip it in, and just seeing the puck come out, seeing the look of disappointment on some of those fans' faces was, I mean, that was the same look we had.
Disbelief. I think everyone take it all in, though, as you're watching. We are watching a masterclass from both netminders right now. Great defense from Cade Rosenthal, stopping the attack from Zimbarov. That's not going to stop the Deerfield attack yet. They keep it in. Left corner are the Warriors. O'Rourke trying to ice it, gets it out of the zone. Bennett's going to take some more time off of this kill. Right side playing it in is Ruben. Double teams there. Bennett's got to get back to the slot for a pass out opportunity. Left side of the point. Shot's way up, might hit the net, and does. That is potentially huge for Benet if they can go ahead, win this face-off, and one more ice should just about do it on the kill. Take deep breaths, Luke, and everybody else at home. We're in for this for the next 8 minutes or so.
Next 20 seconds could be a big 20 seconds for Deerfield here. I mean, you got what it could be the last draw of this man advantage. You might want to capitalize on this one.
It's too early to call still, but it does seem like whatever goal is scored next might as well be the game-winning one. One-timer right side. And there's the ice from Benet. That'll do it on the kill. the defense definitely has a lot to be credited for there, but without Ciesla just jumping back and forth across the crease how he does best, I don't know if this game would still be tied.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I mean, the goaltending in this game has been immaculate from both sides of goaltending. I mean, 28-20 on the shots. I mean, you've got to be a good goalie to only let in 1 on 20 shots is very impressive.
No kidding. 7:29 on the clock. Shots on goal after that power play chance from Deerfield. Put them up a lot more shots. Benet still leads the overall total 28-20. Now Benet at even strength. Hudson Schlie against Zimberoff in the face-off circle. This time Schlie's the winner. Bouncing around, Ruben takes a swipe at it and almost got it out, but Bennett's going to wrap it around to the left side. Owen Ryle's going to play it. Plays it into Carson Stone. He has a couple goals this postseason, hopes for yet another. Pass through the stick and legs of Corrigan, back into Bennett's zone, behind the net. A lot of this game being played behind that net, it seems like, whether Bennett's on offense or Deerfield's trying to collect themselves on defense. The redirect from Ryle goes over to Schlie in the corner. Jumps around Corrigan, who has a chance up ahead. 2-on-1 chance. Poked away. Davin Frasco, who doesn't always have his number called, but when he does, he's seemingly coming through in the clutch. Frasco scored that game winner in overtime in round 1 for Benet, but never mind that. Schlie takes a swipe high and wide of Richter. He drew the double from Ruben and Corrigan. Right side off the skate in the corner. Another chance, reversing ice. Fighting for it on the boards, Frasco Houston. Still stays in the zone, up and over. Richter gives it a love tap. Seems like even when shots aren't on the goal, everything's tense, so much action going on.
Both of these teams are not giving up. I mean, given the circumstance they have at stake here, I mean, you can't really give up in any circumstance, but I mean, as much as it is the players' games, I feel like this game is more just a goaltender battle at this point.
Josh Becker, beautiful set of moves. Can't get it by Ciesla. Credit to the Benet defense not giving up on that play. And you talk about the goaltenders, and the goaltenders show out right there. Right. Ciesla once again making a big play. Seems like Becker and Zimberoff, the main source. If Deerfield's got a lot of scores, don't get me wrong, but when they have some real estate, they get that full head of steam, and they can put the flurry of moves on. Like a chance right here for Becker once again. Can't get through the double team. This time it's Tommy Dusek's turn to say hello. Left side, blocked by the defense. Up ahead, off the behind to Jacobs. If this wasn't the playoffs, you almost start thinking both these teams playing their hearts out. Can we tie? Right. That ain't happening here. Well, hold the phone. Bennett's got an opportunity. 3-on-2. Chance to the middle. Joe Eide gets it up and over the net. Great feed from Luca DiCosola.
That was a great look. I mean, great patience there, too. I mean, it's a 1-1 game. You're going to want to be that one that scores the goal. But, I mean, it's a good sportsmanship there, looking for your teammates on that play.
It's what they do best, finding those cutting men through the slot. Benet has another chance here, saved by Richter. Kicks it out with his left foot. Hensel's fighting for it. Now Luca comes to join him. It does go DiCosola's way. Benet still looking inward. Deerfield holding firm in that net. Wanted DiCosola in the slot. It's going to go back out. Karras, the rest of the Benet defense has to retreat. Deerfield gets a line change. 4 minutes to go in the third period. Hang on to the seats of your pants, folks. We're in for this one. Deerfield's going to control. And there was an icing call that I didn't miss because I got so excited.
Right. I feel like that icing right there is a big sigh of relief for Deerfield. And, I mean, you just had a minute and a half of nothing but action for your goalie there. And just getting that icing is a big sigh of relief. I saw Richter come over here and he just took a deep breath after that. Lots of playing there.
Yeah, we just showed on our goal cam. Alex Richter, like you said, soul searching whatever it is to find that last extra bit of effort he could put into this one to seal the deal. We'll do a quick check-in on some of the other action going on tonight. That Providence Catholic Glenbrook North game, 4-1 win for the Glenbrook North Spartans. The number 2 seed moves on. Of course, we already talked about York and St. Viator. That 1-0 win in overtime for York. I mean, what an effort by St. Viator. York is a great program. They have 2 varsity teams. That's how good they are. In the slot, Petratos finds some room. Tips it.
Wow.
In front with no opportunity. Dentice, Shapiro, and the rest of the Deerfield defense quick to hop on that. One-timer, Cade Rosenthal saved once again. Richter kicks it out. O'Neal gets it down the ice. Don't think it was touched. We're going to get an icing call with under 3 minutes to go in this one. We mentioned it really early on, but I don't know how serious we were about it. That overtime word. How serious of a possibility is that now, Luke?
I brought it up in the pregame, and honestly, I didn't think it would be 1-1, but with the way both these defenses are playing, it doesn't look like either of them are going to give up. And I think that overtime word is definitely in the picture and could be in our future.
Pucks drop. Schlie and Zimbarov once again in the circle. This time Schlie's the winner. Schlie tried to go near post. Richter and the defense was there. Kicks back out. Referee's hands up. Another icing call. It seems like you said it before. Deerfield was content with the icing and the stop of the play before to give Richter a break. But if you keep doing this, keep giving Bennett, who's so great off of the faceoffs, a chance, might spell doom for him.
Yeah, I was just going to say, but a lot of the goals I've seen from Bennett have come off of a faceoff, and if I was Deerfield, I would not want that faceoff that close to my goaltender, especially in a 1-1 game with a little under 3 minutes left.
Faceoff this time won by the Warriors. They can get it out. Carson Stone aggressive on the forecheck. Ryle's left side of the point. Redirect chance from Schlie and Ryle, no good. That was Rosenthal at the point. Excuse me. Luke, heck of a game for you to make your broadcasting debut, huh?
Yeah, it's an intense game to watch for sure.
Having fun?
Oh, I'm having a blast. It's good hockey to watch, and I'm glad to be.
Happy to have you. Breakaway opportunity. Here goes the Warriors. Maybe off the mask of Ciesla? Did that hit the crossbar?
It looked like crossbar to me, but I couldn't really hear the ping of the crossbar here.
I'm going to check the replay as we continue on with the action there. I think that did hit the crossbar.
Hit the crossbar.
Game of inches, Luke.
You saw the Bennett guys, as soon as they saw that breakaway happen, one of them just put his head on his helmet, just hoping for the best. And having that all-state goalie behind the pipes there, it's definitely a big help there for Bennett.
Goodness gracious. Tyler Corrigan had the offensive chance there on a 1-on-0, but the bar of the goal did not smile fondly upon Tyler Corrigan. Stone, right side, has a chance. No good. Deerfield's going to steal a bag. 90 seconds left in this one in regulation. Zimbarov right side. He's got a goal today. Wants to make it 2. Skates past Karras. Chance right side. Ciesla saves it. That was kept in. Ciesla doesn't glove it. Zimbarov's there for the rebound and gets poked out. Gets a huge hit delivered by Alex Karras, which gets called for a penalty. With 1:12 left in this one and a penalty called against the Red Wings, that has the chance to be devastating. We'll wait for the scoreboard to update and see who is heading to the box and for what, but I think it was Alex Karras delivering the hit on the boards behind the goal.
Looks like we have a timeout here as well.
The teams do get one timeout apiece in these playoffs, so we are going to cut to a short break, but stick with us, folks. 1-1, 1 minute to go.
Brian's Garage Door Solutions. 25 years of expert residential and commercial garage door design, sales, and service, and almost 1,000 5-star Google reviews. Tate Enterprises. Design and remodeling for kitchens, basements, bathrooms, whole house, and home additions. Max Heads Custom Kick Drum Heads. Design online, upload, create, rock. If you're in a band, you need a Max Head.
Welcome back to Seven Bridges Ice Arena, folks. It's a 1-1 game between Benet and Deerfield. Benet, though, commits a penalty. What did you see there, Luke?
I mean, I saw a big hit down low against the boards, and I'm honestly shocked it's only a 2-minute penalty. I mean, that was a very, very dangerous play there. Hitting anybody that close to the boards, but especially a two-hander to the chest and throwing him against the boards like that. I mean, on the replay we were just watching, it looked like he was inches from hitting his head against the boards, which could have been a very ugly and dangerous play for him.
Yeah, well said. Benet has already killed one penalty, but remember, as you said before, both of the goals from both teams have come on power plays. It's the only way these offenses have broken through, and there's 40 seconds left in regulation. If Benet does weather the storm for these next 40 seconds, they will have to endure about the first 48 seconds or so of the overtime period down a man. 39.2 on the clock. I think they're really just hoping to catch their breath at the end of regulation, heading into potentially an overtime period. If Benet does go in, Benet Deerfield here does go in overtime, it'll be Benet's second overtime matchup in as many games in these state playoffs. Of course, they ended up winning that York game here at Seven Bridges 3-2. This has been a much different story here. Zimberoff, left side, getting by. Thought he was gonna go for the wraparound, chose not to. He's gonna play it patiently with 19 on the clock. From the top of the slot, defense is there. His teammate Becker taps it back out, but goes past the blue line. So there's 10 seconds left. Breakaway opportunity! It's Danny Quinlan! Shoots over the nets! That would have sealed it for Benet. Rebound opportunity from Dusek is no good. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. What an ending to regulation.
That's
all of
definitely
that.
one way to end regulation on a breakaway there. I mean, I'm at a loss of words here. That was a big.
We'll
big
give you a look at us. We're speechless. This is unbelievable.
I don't even know what to say after that. I mean, the amount of pressure that player probably felt on that one was.
So, with all that being said, Deerfield's going to start on a power play, but heading into overtime right now in the round of 16 in the Illinois State playoffs, Benet and Deerfield tied 1-1.
Brian's Garage Door Solutions. 25 years of expert residential and commercial garage door design, sales, and service, and almost 1,000 5-star Google reviews. Tate Enterprises. Design and remodeling for kitchens, basements, bathrooms, whole house, and home additions. Max Heads Custom Kick Drum Heads. Design online, upload, create, rock. If you're in a band, you need a Max Head.
Welcome back to Seven Bridges Ice Arena. If you're just joining us, you're joining at a great time. Overtime in the round of 16 in the Illinois State playoffs. The hosting Benet Red Wings have one goal, and so do their opponents in the Deerfield Warriors. Everybody on their feet here at Seven Bridges Ice Arena, and especially this place almost went nuclear after Danny Quinlan's 1-on-0 breakaway where he just missed the net.
That is for sure. I mean, Bennett's also starting a man short, so that might bring out some more motivation for Benet in this game here.
Yeah, great point, Luke. They are starting a man short. The penalty by Alex Karras late in the third period did not bear any fruits for Deerfield yet, but Benet still got a penalty to kill. Blocked by Cannon, didn't see it. Quickly, Frasco nullified that rebound opportunity. Standing in the right place, almost getting a shot off was Eli Jacobs. Benet more than content to ice the puck, and they do so here. Richter, who's been great, steps out of his net. Richter's got 31 saves today. His opponent, Ben Ciesla, in the goal for Benet, has 21. Frasco defending. Right side, Becker finds a trailer. It was a trailer in Zimberoff. He's got the first goal today. Hudson Schlie had the second for Benet. And that's where we stand 1-1 since the first period of action. The power play expires. Benet weathers the penalty kill. Ciesla's got to save it. Ooh, had it in his chest, dropped it, but jumps on it before any harm is done. I think that's a great call. Let that fifth skater get back on, set back up your defense, and breathe in and out.
Hey, that was a great play there by him. I mean, I was looking at him. It looked like he lost it. He looked confused for a split second there and got that game after, or the save after.
Here's our goal cam. Take a look out there. We'll cut back because we have our face-off. It's DiCosola against Shapiro. Advantage goes to Luca DiCosola of the Red Wings. Thank you to everybody joining us for this overtime period. We thank you all joining us on this Friday evening. What a hockey game. We hope it only gets better, folks. Up ahead, Joe Eide for the Red Wings, left side. He stops, starts, will shoot it towards the net, easily gloved by the All-Stater in Richter for his 32nd save of the day. He had a bit of a break there at the end of the third when Deerfield had the power play, but almost a short-handed miracle goal from Danny Quinlan and got him back into it. Credit to Richter, he did come out, make himself big, got in front of the play and didn't allow anything to happen, but goodness, was that scary.
That is so true. I mean, seeing the guy coming 1-0 against you in a 1-1 game with seconds left on the clock had to be scary for him, but he stood tall in net and got the job done.
Deerfield back in the attacking end. Just a minute and a half gone in this overtime period. Sudden death is the name of the game. You score, you will be in the state quarterfinals, the Elite Eight. If you let your opponent score first, it's the end of your state playoff run, potentially your entire season if you are Deerfield, as they have already lost in their league championship. Benet, of course, still playing in the CCHL finals. They have made the final round. That's certainly not even close to being on their mind right now. Nick Hensel skating up right side. He's got Eide and DiCosola with them. Wanting to get it across and get a quick sub for Benet. Coming on Cannon, coming off O'Rourke. Puck goes up and out. Benet gets a full formal line change. 14:45 on the clock in the overtime period.
I mean, if you like souvenirs, this is a game for you to come to. There's plenty of souvenirs given out here.
The Benet students in full force behind the net that the Red Wings are trying to score on. The Deerfield students commandeering an entire third of the bleachers here at Seven Bridges. Just based off the seedings of this one, Luke, Benet being the 7th seed, Deerfield being the 10th seed, I think we all knew this was going to be close because of that. I don't know if we expected anything like this.
Right. I mean, seeds might look like they matter, but deep down they don't. It's fully on who comes to show up and play that day. I mean, you could get a low seed and get an upset. We see it all the time anywhere. Any sports you see an upset, I mean, the seed, yeah, they might look like they mean a lot. They truly don't mean anything.
And March Madness is just around the corner.
Right.
And there's a lot of 7-10 matchups in there, so pretty fitting.
I was going to bring up March Madness, and I mean, even the Super Bowl this year, everybody thought Kansas City had it.
Look what happened. We're on the same page, Luke. Happy to have you, my friend. Hudson Schlie skating up right side. He's got one today. Found Petratos cutting through the center. It was a tough play for Petratos. Had to spin around and try to redirect that one. Benet plays on. Ryle looking across the rink. And a lazy hit by Stone goes right into the glove of Richter.
Richter's glove is like one I've never seen before. He's so quick with his glove. It almost looks effortless when he's catching the puck out of the sky. He just reaches up like he's playing baseball in his front yard.
It does almost make you think that because he's so good with the glove, does he position himself to make a glove save in almost every instance? Like, it's just the way he orients his body, which is impressive in itself.
Yeah.
I think the statistics speak for itself, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
This time, DiCosola playing the puck. Tommy Dusek, intercepted by Jacobs. Past the center line, playing it in was the duo of Cohen. I believe that was Zimbarov back there. DiCosola can't find the same page as Dusek. Since that power play expired, no team getting a real good shot at the goal. Maybe that changes here. Hudson Hollweck will dump it in. Maybe Benet gets a change. They're going to play on with the guys they have on the ice. Evading the double team. Tommy Dusek's going to get first look at this behind the goal. Wanted to find Quinlan in the slot. Puck's still in the crease. Poked out. wraps it around, skating back. Great job getting back on that back check real quick is Davin Frasco. One of the many speedy skaters of this team, and of both teams, really. It's the athleticism displayed by both, especially with how long this game has gone on. It's second to none.
Right. I mean, playing 3 periods at this level, big save there. I mean, playing 3 periods at this level, at this intensity is insane. It takes a lot of athletic stability there, and I mean, playing another period on top of that at the same speed, same intensity and everything is a lot more to it.
Yeah, shoot. For basketball, we used to run up and down the court a few times, and, you know, I gave the look to coach that I'm gassed. So
right.
For skating and everything that they have to do, hitting these guys and controlling the puck and stuff, I mean, I think I say it every time I'm on the call, but my hat truly goes off to everybody that even laces them up and gets to play in a position such as this.
Yeah, I mean, seeing this kind of intensity for these kids here, it's insane to see what they put their bodies through.
Luca DiCosola past the blue line. He'll take a shot. And stop me if you've heard this one before, Luke. Glove save from Alex Richter for the Deerfield Warriors.
That was one of the first times I've heard it all night, actually.
And it's good on the face-offs. It's Luca DiCosola lining up across on the other end of the ice. Can't quite see down there. It's number 17, Sam Shapiro. Cade Rosenthal's got to retreat all the way back. Ciesla will just watch it. Let Cade do his thing. Luca DiCosola, great centering pass. Hensel didn't get a full stick on it, but here comes Ide. It looked like it might have deflected off the glove of Richter. Shows that he's human. He can't catch everything, but still a phenomenal performance. All he needs is, both these goalies' phenomenal performances. All they need is their fellow skaters on the other end to come up with something. Right now, I would say advantage Benet in this overtime. Coming off the penalty kill, they've gotten more time on attack in the zone.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I mean, that was a blocker side shot like we've said all night. They got to look it towards that blocker side. I mean, Bennett's been at it since the penalty expired, and it almost looks like they came off that penalty kill more intense and more fighting for the win here.
They flipped that switch, certainly. We saw it against York in the round one. And especially if you look at the Kennedy Cup playoffs, they dropped the regular season finale in the CCHL to Fenwick, 1-0. It was a great game here at Seven Bridges. And they go out, and their 4 games they've played in the Kennedy Cup playoffs, they outscore St. Rita 14-0 in those 2 games, and they go out and beat Fenwick 5-1 in Game 2 to send themselves to the finals. I don't know what it is, whatever head coach Andrew Schlie is saying in those huddles in the locker room, but something fires up this Benet team when it's crunch time.
Yeah, it's insane to see how they come out after. I mean, the break between the second and third period can either make or break the team, and it seems like for Benet it always makes them better and more intense after the break here.
Karras defending Zimbarov, and then Cannon corrals.
High stick call there.
High stick and call, that could be huge. Or maybe not, I guess we'll see. 11:23 on the clock in the overtime period. And this might be early to say, I actually do not know the rules. Overtime expires here. Do you know what we have next, Luke?
I want to say it's another overtime. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure if it's playoff hockey rules, it should just be continuous.
I would
overtime
imagine
until we get a winner.
I don't think we're getting pond style 3-on-3 or anything. Right. As fun as that would be, right?
That would be insane, but I do believe it's just continuous overtime until we have a winner here tonight.
Fitting song playing in this arena. I know you can't hear it at home because copyright issues on YouTube, but Under Pressure by Queen and David Bowie. I just can't imagine what the players on both teams are thinking on the ice right now.
Yeah.
Bennett's back checking has really taken a step up in the overtime. It did for a while in the second and third. Got away from them late in the third, of course, when they had to deal with the penalty kill. Bennett's back checking, just not allowing much of any opportunity for Deerfield. That puck goes way up and out. I do believe this is our final game of the night when it comes to the quadruple header we had for the state playoffs. And it's last, it's certainly not least. What a nightcap, huh?
Yeah, this is a good game to end the night with. I mean, 1-1 game in overtime here, and neither team looks like they're going to give up a scoring opportunity here, so it'll definitely be a nail-biter till the end here. It's still anyone's game.
Well, here goes Deerfield. A toe drag chance by Cohen, swiftly snuffed out by the Red Wings. And if you're still just joining us as we're continuing to get more people in here, 2 goals in the first period, both coming from the All-State forwards. Zimbarov of the Warriors, Schlie of the Red Wings. Since then, whole lot of action, not a whole lot of goals, but here's a chance right now. Josh Becker, right side, the captain. Look for Cohen, left side, just a beat off there. Quinlan's gonna grab it, maybe get it out, and he does, up ahead to Tommy Dusek, who's gonna enter on the right side. Crosses to his left, we'll find Frasco. Dusek being patient with it, had Poro cutting down the middle, but the Deerfield defense was there. Poro takes a swipe at it. Dusek from the left side of the slot, no good. DiCosola just dumps it in, but puts it right into the hand of number 10, Josh Becker. Couldn't find his man, so now there's a chance for Alex Dentice skating up. Gets past Petratos. Petratos in the slot. Back to Vinny Poro. As his defender's at the blue line, if he wants, he will take it in. Sitting in the corner, wraps it around. Dentice is charging in. Lays a big hit down there on the Warriors defender. Rosenthal at the point. Deerfield flicks it out. Icing is the call. Another icing call. A lot of them have gone against Deerfield. And we kept saying maybe it was going to cost them in the end. It's hard to say if anything's costing either team right now, as we've been in this 1-1 stalemate since halfway through the first.
I mean, like I said before, the icing calls are good for Deerfield here. They had a lot of intensity right there, a lot of good scoring opportunities for Benet right in close in front of their net. And that icing might have just been we need a breather, let's get the puck out of here.
It's pretty wild to think that we're in this position after both teams had a 1-on-0 chance late in the third period. Another shot there, saved off the glove of Richter. DiCosola in the corner, he has Cannon at the point, but DiCosola's gonna play it in 2v2. He's there with Nikolas Hensel. There's Cannon at the point, that's the all-star. Feeds it over, Karras shoots, saved. Glove side with the shin guard of Richter. Karras kind of carrying in there, rebound. I think it was Nick Hensel in there, and it was. Dilly-dallying on the boards, gets out, swing and a miss on the backhand from Luca DiCosola. Heidi had some real estate, couldn't quite field the puck cleanly, now does. Enters the zone, right side, stolen away from behind. Warriors defender, see who that was. Say hello, number 77. Got to give him his flowers. Tyler Corrigan. Corrigan, of course, was the Warrior who had that 1-on-0 chance at near the end of regulation on Richter. On Ciesla, rather. Corrigan on Benet's Ben Ciesla. Hits the top crossbar, bounces away. Benet had a 1-on-0 chance of their own. It was Danny Quinlan finding off of a miscue from the Warriors. And here comes Hudson Schlie. Can he make it goal number 2 and advance the Red Wings to the Elite 8? Slow moving puck hitting off the boards. Bounces all the way down. Another icing call.
12 here.
Just under 10 minutes into this overtime.
I went a little quiet there. I got too invested in the game. Forgot I was broadcasting for a second there. But
well, that's the thing, is we are broadcasters, but we're fans first, undoubtedly, right?
I mean, neither team's giving up here. Deerfield's got a lot of defensive opportunities here, and like I said, their defense has been locked in all game long and not giving Benet an easy win here if they do end up winning here. But there's 7.5 minutes left in this overtime. It's still anybody's game. Deerfield's defense is locked in. Bennett's offense is pushing, and I mean, we keep seeing these icings here. It's no sign of tiredness by either team here. They're locked in no matter what happens.
Talk about locked in, you talk about fatigue. There's the man who's probably had to shoulder the most responsibility today, Alex Richter. Taking a moment to himself in his crease, gathering his thoughts. Like you said, you saw him pregame, he was locked in. He's got to dig deep for whatever he has left. couple more saves, maybe sends it home for Deerfield, but with how this overtime's going, Bennett's in the driver's seat.
Yeah. I mean, Bennett's been pushing ever since they killed off that penalty. It's almost like a whole different team out here after that penalty kill. I mean, they could have came out with a little bit of nerves knowing they were shorthanded for a little bit there, but I mean, they're showing no sign of stopping after that for sure.
Bennett didn't know what to do with it there as they had a delayed offside call, so puck just kind of sat there. Schlie chose to just grab it and nullify any chance of a Deerfield opportunity. However, this will give him a face-off in the attacking zone. The first time we're going to see him with the puck down here in a while. Hollweck against Becker. Hudson Hollweck steals it away. Michael O'Rourke, one of the heroes in round 1 for Bennett. Not a big goal scorer, but he came up when Bennett needed him most, kicking off the scoring for Bennett, who ended up winning 3-2 in overtime of round 1. If they're going to advance yet again, it's going to have to come in another overtime. The way things are looking, multiple might be the case.
Right, I mean, Bennett's showing no sign of stopping here. I mean, they're pushing. I mean, even off the face-off in their zone, they grabbed that puck and got it out real fast, and Deerfield's coming up with the puck right now. We'll see how that goes. 2-on-2, maybe a 2-on-3 here. Rosenthal getting his stick on that. I don't know how he was able to get his stick down and deflect that even before that shot came off. And you just see, immediately, O'Rourke comes over, applies the pressure, Hollweck steals it away, and Bennett's got a chance to the other end, because here goes Danny Quinlan, left side, going past the face-off circle, whole aim, right into the glove of Richter once again. Is this game ever going to end, Luke? Right, I don't know. We could be here till 3 in the morning at this point. It looks like it's going to be a battle till the end for sure.
Such great hockey, it's hard to complain, though, you know? Right. I'm happy to be in the seat next to you and watching what's going on.
Right, it's a great game here. Still anybody's game at this point.
Seven Bridges Ice Arena in Woodridge, Illinois, on the Olympic rink side, and everybody in attendance here, and everybody online. We have quite the treat so far, and that'll either continue or stop continuing, depending on who you're a fan of and whoever ends up victorious in this one. Corrigan goes around the net. We'll back it off to Zimbarov. Top of the point, Ciesla's able to get his shin guard on it. Fired back in left side, Shapiro near the goal line. Hits the net, we stop play. I will say, I'm not accusing anybody of this, but there is the bar and grill upstairs. Maybe some of those in attendance going to grab an extra Diet Pepsi or quesadilla, whatever it may be. Because they've had to lock into this one. Net falls off. Ciesla had to wrap around to that far post from us to stop Shapiro charging in on, and with Alex Karras defending. 5:35 left in the overtime. I do see some people in the chat saying it is continuous 17-minute periods until there is the game-winning goal. I think, you know what? We've had some great chatters tonight. Can we give a shout-out to them? You guys have been very helpful, cheering on your teams, being everything. We really appreciate it. We're locked into this, and we're trying to do everything at once. We appreciate it. Everybody tuning in near and afar, thank you for being here.
Another play right there, right off the draw. Bennett got the puck and corralled it and got it out of the zone, and looks like Luca's pushing down the boards here.
He's met with some staunch defense for good reason. Luca's one of the main leaders of this team. That Bennett defense just so stifling. Karras is able, look, the effort here to just kick it out there. And now the speedy Joe Ides got a chance left side. Hensel's trailing him, but the defense is there. Puts the moves on. And he couldn't field it cleanly. Stoppage in play. Not exactly sure what was called there. Did you see anything, Luke?
I think it was a hand pass off one of the Bennett players, but not too sure.
So the important thing that we actually forgot to mention, with that Glenbrook North Providence Catholic game going in Glenbrook North's favor, the winner of this will play the Glenbrook North Green team at West Meadows Ice Arena in the state quarterfinals. The Elite Eight, Saturday, March 1st. I would say who you got in this game, but we still have no idea who's going. So
still anybody's
We're
game.
going to hold our horses, right? Tripping, falling. Jacobs, left side. He was met from Nico DiCosola's defense and falls himself. Quickly back the other way, Bennett. So good at creating opportunities out of defensive stops. Jacobs gets back on side and might have a chance to enter first.
Big play here. Big hit against the wall here.
Nico DiCosola, not the biggest defender, but certainly one of the mightiest and speediest out there. Bennett's got to get it out, and they do. Becker was coming after that one and could have spun around and done something with it. No call from the referees. The physicality in this one's unmatched, and the referees have really let them play. With how much we've seen, there's been a fair amount of penalties, but not as much as you'd think.
Right. With how aggressive this team, both the teams have been tonight, I mean, they're playing smart hockey, but still, like I've said before, they're keeping it aggressive and keeping it smart too. So great hockey out here so far.
1-1 still the score. 3.5 left in the first overtime. With a stoppage in play, shots on goal, 40-26 in favor of the Red Wings. And we'll cut to Mr. Alex Richter again, taking another moment in the crease with a Herculean effort. We'll cut over to Ben Ciesla, who's been great as well. But when it comes to what they've had to face, I mean, Alex Richter, I think from the moment this one, we had a puck drop at center ice, just had to go against such a relentless offense and attack today.
Yeah, there's not much more you can ask for out of either of these goaltenders today. I mean, giving up one goal early in the first period to both of these goaltenders, I mean, it's almost like they're the only ones on the ice. You got your forwards and defenders out there, but right now it's just a goalie's game. It's which one's going to break first.
Yeah, and we've talked about the mindset of Richter a lot. And with Ben Ciesla not seeing all that much action, and you talked about this before, mentally, do you just kind of have to get like mental reps in your head? Just like, okay, they come down the ice, I got to do this, that. As Richter can't even get a word out about the guy before he makes another save.
I mean, yeah, like I said before, I mean, just as a goalie not getting as much action as the other one, you just got to keep yourself mentally prepared to, you could either get a breakaway, you could get an on-man rush here, and I mean, another very impressive save here.
Went to that blocker side, though, like you were mentioning.
Like I was mentioning, but like, yeah, it's almost like if you were the other goalie, you want to look at the other end and see what kind of saves he's making and maybe bring that into your game as you might face a couple shots here.
Always got to study the enemy. I think Lao Tzu might have said that in The Art of War. I didn't really read it all that much, to be honest with you. But it's a good point that you bring up. Whether it's the mental reps or just looking across at what's going on over there, how can you apply that to your game when your number is called, if that even happens for Ciesla, who's really just had a nice little vacation on this end of the ice.
Yeah, I feel like this overtime he's just been able to relax and maybe get a little cold over there. So.
No kidding. Under 3 minutes to play in this first overtime. So if another one of our chatters is to be believed, not that we're going to get to that point yet. Rosenthal shoots from the point, not quite. The longest overtime in the tournament stat tracking era. I'm just going to trust this. This guy's been on fire all night, Mr. Schwartz. 38 minutes of extra time. It was Belvedere over Maine in the combined bracket.
Wow, that is impressive.
And because it was 10-minute overtimes back then, it was in the fourth overtime when that happened. So if we do go to 4 overtimes here, that'll put us at over 51 minutes of play, which would just be wow.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of great athletes out there if they're able to stay up there. Luckily, it is a weekend, so they get the day off tomorrow and get the rest in and don't have to go to school.
I don't know if the JV teams are here watching. Can they lace them up? Maybe get out there for a little bit.
They might be able to just get a shift or two in.
Back to the action. It's Hollweck against Becker in the face-off circle. On the face-off, and at the circle, rather.
I'm also curious to see if there will be another Zamboni cut here after this overtime, because it's been 2 periods, so might throw another Zam cut in there, or maybe not. I'm not too sure what they do.
It would make sense for them to cut the ice, because the longer they would play on it, especially if the Zamboni doesn't come back out, the longer it'll take and everything, which if we do go to a second overtime then and they do cut the ice, I hope you folks are ready to stick with us. We're running close to probably our longest broadcast to date, and honestly, dare I say it, it's been probably one of the most fun ones we've been on.
It's been definitely one of the better ones. a little biased there. We're the ones broadcasting it, but I mean, just the hockey watching it too is some intense hockey, and I do see the Zam driver down in the corner looking like he's getting ready to potentially cut the ice here.
Sure, he didn't think he was going to have to grab his keys again, right?
Right.
Icing call this time against Bennett. Usually we've seen it against the Warriors. So Deerfield now with a gift to get in the attacking zone and can avoid Bennett's back check. Can they put something together?
Right. Will Deerfield use this as a point of motivation? I mean, they've struggled to keep it in their scoring zone, and maybe they'll use this as a bit of motivation as the puck is in their offensive zone here.
Becker's the captain in that faceoff circle for the Warriors, one of their leading scorers. Him alongside Zimberov, both top 4 in the North Central Champions Division in scoring for the entire league. Karras comes up. Not usually an offensive threat, but I think at this point, with how well they've been playing in the zone, Dusek had a chance there cutting through right side of the crease. Karras backhands it towards the net. Having to make a save off a bouncy puck there was Richter again for his 41st save of the game. I say the numbers out loud, it still doesn't even seem real. Unbelievable stuff.
Yeah, it's insane. And like I was saying before,
Becker with a chance, with a big hit delivered to him from Karras. Hold that thought. We're going to get back to you, Luke. There's the ice out. We're going to get an icing against Bennett, and they need a line change bad. But, yeah, of course, we have to talk about Alex Richter once again and what he's been able to do today.
Right, I mean, like I said before, he's keeping his head on a swizzle. I mean, the play there, you don't expect a defender to backhand it towards you. And I mean, it looked like he wasn't expecting it at all. He dropped, luckily, just in time to be able to hit that off with his stick and protect that 5-hole a little bit more. And I mean, he's been playing on top of his head all night tonight.
Richter once again collecting his thoughts as we just showed on screen. Getting a rest, though, as the faceoff's in front of Bennett's goal. Under a minute in this first overtime period. Can Bennett get a last-minute opportunity here? This time it's Deerfield stealing it away. Bennett defense is back. Frasco swipes, and Zimberov did fall. Nothing happens there. Joe Ides speedy. Throws it right into the Deerfield defender. Puck out of the zone. Bennett's got to retreat. 25 seconds and counting in overtime number 1. Deerfield gets a couple last substitutions to leg out these last 10 seconds. Bennett, I thought that was going to be an icing there. It looked like it did for a second. Referees do not call it. One more shot towards the goal on a one-time from Schlie. No good. 17 more minutes of hockey. Overtime 1 is over. The score still stands. Bennett 1, Deerfield 1.
Brian's Garage Door Solutions. 25 years of expert residential and commercial garage door design, sales, and service, and almost 1,000 5-star Google reviews. Tate Enterprises. Design and remodeling for kitchens, basements, bathrooms, whole house, and home additions. Max Heads Custom Kick Drum Heads. Design online, upload, create, rock. If you're in a band, you need a Max Head.
For the first goal.
We finally welcome you back to Seven Bridges Ice Arena, where we're going to see a second overtime in this Sweet 16 matchup. The Benet Academy Red Wings and the Deerfield Warriors have been locked in a 1-1 tie since the middle of the first period. And after the second, third went scoreless, we headed to a first overtime, which also was scoreless. We haven't had a goal in real life, in like real life time, in probably what, 2 hours maybe?
Yeah, it's been quite some time here. We'll see how they come out of this little break with the ice cut there. Gives them a little bit of time to breathe here, and both teams obviously need it. You're practically playing 2 hockey games back to back, so we'll see what happens here after this puck drop, and hopefully it's as intense as the last, 4 periods of hockey have been.
Intense, we will see. Both players from both teams got to have their tanks on E, though. Who's going to have enough gasoline to get it done? Period number 5 kicks off at Seven Bridges Ice Arena. The Deerfield Warriors will control first. You notice maybe Benet, one of the things they're going to look to, Deerfield does not have as many players in the roster that they play continuously, maybe not as many lines. Does Benet just continue to have these quick sort of substitutions and just crash the net a lot more? Not really sure. Whatever's going on, it's been difficult to get anything past Alex Richter, the all-state goalie for the Deerfield Warriors.
Right, I mean, looking at Bennett's roster, it's not just like they have one line that's producing for their team. Everybody and anybody on the Benet roster is producing at any time in any game, and that could be a little bit of almost like an eye-opener for some of these teams. Like, you got to watch everybody and everybody on the ice. You don't have to just focus on one guy, per se.
Well, if there are guys to focus on both teams, it certainly are 2 goal scorers today in that first period. Dustin Zimberoff, all-state forward for Deerfield, struck first. Answering back, also on a power play, Hudson Schlie, all-state forward for the Benet Red Wings. We said before that these teams had 2 similar roster makeups, and I think we undersold how similar they were, given the fact that we're in this 1-1 stalemate still in the second overtime.
Right, and during that little break, I ran to the bathroom real fast, and I actually ran into Schlie walking into the locker room, and I stopped him. I said, "How do you feel?" And he said, "I'm good." And I said, "Are you tired at all?" He goes, "I mean, tiredness is there, but I mean, it's nothing that's going to stop him from performing the best he's trying," and that's what he said. He said, "I'm still going to come out pushing," and they're eager for this win here. So it was interesting to see that they're tired. They know they're tired, but they still want to win.
You talk about a competitor. Certainly everybody on this ice is, but Hudson Schlie, the reigning CCHL MVP, well on his way to his second straight, certainly embodies intensity and the will to win better than anybody.
The Benet fans over here are also still amped up and very much loud for their Benet team here.
And they're all jacked up on some soda pops and Skittles. Who wouldn't be with how great of a game we've had? Everybody holding their breath continuously for the last 45 minutes or so. Chance up for Schlie up ahead. Deerfield's quick on the substitution to get back over there. Richter flashes the glove, dumps it off to his teammate, Aaron Rubin. On the ice for the Warriors, Zimberoff, the goal scorers. O'Neill, Shapiro, Rubin. Bringing up the back is Tyler Corrigan. Benet students even getting hype when the puck's not even on the other side, wanting to will this team to win by any means necessary.
Right. And I mean, coming out of this break, it's still anybody's game. Both these teams still look like they're very eager and hungry for this win. I mean, Deerfield even looks a little more amped up than they were at the last overtime there, but it's still anybody's game here.
You talk about amped up. Luca DiCosola showing the amp right there. Big hit on O'Neill. Remain clean. O'Neill skates off the ice. Ben Ciesla sees some action for the first time in seemingly a long time. Makes his 27th save of the night. So Ciesla and Richter both had save percentages well into the 90s this season in their league play. And right now, I think if I could do the math in my head, they're both sitting just about at that mark, if not more. I mean, 41 of 42 for Richter, 27 of 28 for Ciesla. Unbelievable stuff on both ends. You would wonder how much different of a game would this be if they were in a net. Vinny Porro with a chance to go 1-1.
Wow! There it is.
Vinny Porro sends the Red Wings to the Elite Eight. What a goal, what a finish here at Seven Bridges.
That was a very patient play by Vinny right there. He waited at the top of that circle. Richter even dropped down, and then you see Vinny just rip that shot on him. Big goal, big play here. Very, very good game for Benet and Deerfield itself.
Elation on the Red Wings side. The students, the players going crazy. Understandably so. What a finish to this game. Vinny Poro, the cherry on top to a beautiful 5 periods of hockey. And while there's elation on one side, heartbreak on the other. Alex Richter, the all-state goalie who put up probably one of the greatest performances I've seen in the state of Illinois, fell to his knees. Don't know if he believed what he saw. Many of the Deerfield Warriors doing much of the same.
Right.
Several of the Red Wings players going over to pick Richter up.
It was a very big moment here. You saw all of the Benet players were celebrating in the corner, but there was one Benet player who did not go into that corner. That was Luca. He came in and checked on Richter right away before going and celebrating with the boys. Big sportsmanship there by him. And all the Benet guys, when they were skating away, they all stopped by him and made sure he was still good. I mean, it's not anyone's fault here. They both played amazing hockey. I mean, playing 5 periods of hockey in any atmosphere, any time is very intense. And then Benet coming away with this one on their home ice is a big win for them.
Well said, Luke. Still very hard to wrap our heads around exactly what happened, but we'll leave it there for now. We got a postgame interview, postgame show coming up, but your final score from Seven Bridges Ice Arena: the Benet Red Wings 2, the Deerfield Warriors 1.
Brian's Garage Door Solutions. 25 years of expert residential and commercial garage door design, sales, and service, and almost 1,000 5-star Google reviews. Tate Enterprises. Design and remodeling for kitchens, basements, bathrooms, whole house, and home additions. Max Heads Custom Kick Drum Heads. Design online, upload, create, rock. If you're in a band, you need a Max Head.
Hi, my name is Brian Koenig. I am the president of Soccer 2000. We are a soccer specialty store located in Downers Grove. We specialize in servicing club uniforms and a personalized retail experience. Soccer 2000 has an exclusive team center that includes a wide variety of uniform kits to help your club choose the next kits that will make you guys look great on the field. Contact us at 630-241-9500 or find us online at soccer2000.com.
Did you know that you can advertise your business on our live streams? You sure can. Contact us about the numerous advertising opportunities we offer to local businesses during our sports live streams. Build brand awareness, engage customers, and support your local sports teams. Contact us for more information.
And welcome to our post-game interview presented by Recruitlings. The final score from Seven Bridges Ice Arena. Benet wins over Deerfield 2-1. It took 2 overtimes to do it, but Benet came out on top regardless. Standing next to me, the 2 goal scorers for the Red Wings, Hudson Schlie and Vinny Poro. Hudson, we'll start with you. You got on the board early in that first period on a power play opportunity. What did you see? What did your teammates do allow you to find some room to score?
Yeah, Jimmy made a great pass. HX, Hudson Hollweck moved it right up to Jimmy. Jimmy was quick across. We worked on that in practice this week, and I've been working on the one-timer and got lucky. Squeaked through right under the arm, and we're working on our power play a lot, and it's been really clicking. So it was good to get that one after they just scored on the power play, and then 5-on-5 is even all game until Vinny scored. So it's a very even game.
And talk about that stalemate that was going on there. As the captain and leading scorer of this team, you probably saw it firsthand. Alex Richter in the net for the Warriors did a phenomenal job tonight. What did you see out of him, and just what do you think of him as a goaltender?
Yeah, he's absolutely relentless. He's the best goalie we might have played against. Kind of made him look a little good shooting in his glove a lot. We talked about that in between periods, in between the overtime. Got to shoot away from his glove, and Vinny did that and scored. And both our goals went in blocker side. So, they're a fantastic team. It's sad to end their season. They put up a great effort. I thought we dominated them, though. A couple of great forwards on their team, but yeah, the goalie was fantastic. We had no answer until for 2 goals, like probably an hour apart in game time. So, yeah.
And that final goal scored by the man on your right, Vinny Poro. Second overtime, puts it in the back of the net. I have no idea how you're even able to do this. Can you put it into words how you're feeling right now?
Tired. I'm so tired, but we got the job done. So now on to Elite 8. So got to focus on that now. So it feels awesome.
Yeah, with contending in the Kennedy Cup finals and now this, is this exactly what you're hoping for? Is one last ride as this group of seniors heads out of Benet?
Yeah, 100%. The goal is to win KC and to get to the United Center. So we're on the way to do that. So just got to get to the United Center now.
Yeah, gentlemen, your Elite 8 quarterfinal matchup will be the Glenbrook North Green Spartans. How are we feeling ahead of that? I don't even know if you have time to think about that given what we saw out there, though.
Yeah, we're pretty tired after 2 games back-to-back and pretty late nights, but we saw them in October, and they pounded us, and we said we want them again. We'll see you in playoffs, and luckily the matchup lined out, and we got them Elite 8. We're excited to play them. We don't think we've played them very good yet. We played them away, too, and we're just getting going, so we're rolling right now. We're excited to play them, and I can't wait for that.
Vinny, just as excited?
Yeah, this team put in so much hard work. They deserve it, so now we're just going to bring it to GBN.
It is Friday after all. You guys don't have school tomorrow. You going to do a little bit of celebrating tonight? It's pretty late, though.
Probably sleeping. We got a school dance tomorrow, so got to look good for that. Getting good rest, and preparation for next week starts right now, so we're getting ready.
Vinny, you got a go-to dance move you're going to bust out tomorrow?
I don't know. Maybe the sprinkler. I don't know. We'll see. See how the dance floor is moving tomorrow. Test it out.
Regardless, I'm sure it'll be a great time. Give it up one more time for the Benet Red Wings, everybody. Thank you, Vinny. Thank you, Hudson. Stay tuned, everybody. We got our post-game show coming up right after this.
Brian's Garage Door Solutions. 25 years of expert residential and commercial garage door design, sales, and service, and almost 1,000 5-star Google reviews. Tate Enterprises. Design and remodeling for kitchens, basements, bathrooms, whole house, and home additions. Max Heads Custom Kick Drum Heads. Design online, upload, create, rock. If you're in a band, you need a Max Head.
for the first goal.
Hi, my name is Brian Koenig. I am the president of Soccer 2000. We are a soccer specialty store located in Downers Grove. We specialize in servicing club uniforms and a personalized retail experience. Soccer 2000 has an exclusive team center that includes a wide variety of uniform kits to help your club choose the next kits that will make you guys look great on the field. Contact us at 630-241-9500 or find us online at soccer2000.com.
Did you know that you can advertise your business on our live streams? You sure can. Contact us about the numerous advertising opportunities we offer to local businesses during our sports live streams. Build brand awareness, engage customers, and support your local sports teams. Contact us for more information.
Welcome into our post-game show, folks. Alongside Luke Finella, my name is Andy Diedrich. We have just witnessed a wonderful game of hockey. No matter who you're rooting for, no matter who your cause is, we hope you witnessed it just alongside us. Benet comes out victorious on their home ice over Deerfield in the round of 16 in the Illinois State playoffs, 2-1. Luke, before we get into any breakdown, have you caught your breath? Is your heart rate no longer accelerated?
I'm still trying to catch it over here. I mean, we just witnessed a game of a century right there. I mean, all those players, no matter what team they're on, they'll remember that game for sure. I mean, both teams play out of their mind. I mean, Benet did sneak away with this one, but through all 5 periods of play, they were battling the whole game. It was anybody's game all night.
It was a battle indeed. Deerfield led off the scoring. Dustin Zimberoff, their all-state forward, very fittingly put a puck in the back of the net halfway through the first period. Deerfield got a power play opportunity, made the most of it. Zimberoff had a great couple moves on the right side and found some space. After that, did you feel like it was Deerfield's game to lose, or was Benet right there in them with it?
I got nervous for Benet a little bit, to be honest. I mean, obviously Bennett's battled through diversity throughout the season, but I got nervous getting a goal that early in a game like this. It could be intense for you, but Benet never shut down, and obviously we see it in the end game. Benet never shut down through all 5 periods of play.
We saw them never shut down. Hudson Schlie answering with a power play goal of his own later in that first period. And then we had that long stalemate.
Right.
We got to see the defensive display, not only of the defensive skaters out there, but of Ben Ciesla of Benet. Most importantly, Alex Richter, who you just heard Hudson Schlie, who's an all-stater and an MVP, just call him maybe the best goalie that they've seen all season.
Right. I mean, hearing those words come out of a Benet player, I mean, yeah, sure, you lost the game, but hearing your opponent say you're one of the best goalies they faced all season, I mean, Bennett's faced some pretty good goaltenders out there, but just hearing you're the best one, it's got to be a little ego booster, too, for Richie over there. And obviously, he should still feel good about himself. He didn't play a bad game. He was in that game all night until the last, 9 minutes of the second overtime here.
Yeah. And it took the goal of a lifetime. Vinny Porra, I just heard him say after we finished the postgame interview, I shot that puck as hard as I could. Probably took all of what he had to muster.
Right.
He got it by Richter finally. Benet comes out victorious 2-1. What a game, Luke.
Yeah, it was an insane game. It was fun to broadcast. I mean, first game I've broadcasted, I get to witness a double overtime Benet win. I mean, hearing Vinny say it the best, I'm pretty tired. And I'm excited for some sleep here.
Yeah, the clock over there says 11:20, now 11:25, and these high school kids that went out there and did their thing on the ice, just super impressive on both sides. For Deerfield, of course, heartbreak. Season comes to an end. You have to be able to give your tip of the cap to them, though, in the game until the very end. I mean, if you take Benet to 2 overtimes, if you take any team to 2 overtimes this deep in the playoffs, you're a good team. And the way that it happened today, I think everybody can come out of here with a little respect for the Deerfield Warriors.
Yeah, I mean, the Benet players definitely showed their respect for Deerfield after that. They scored the goal, and they didn't even celebrate that hard. They went right to the other players, making sure they were all okay. I mean, Benet saw it for sure firsthand that Deerfield was a team that definitely gave them some competition. Took it to 2 overtimes against Benet. That's pretty unheard of with some teams out here. And, I mean, Deerfield definitely came to play, and unfortunately they just couldn't do what it took to muster that win out.
Yeah. At the same time, Benet will move on to the quarterfinals, the Elite 8 of the state tournament. That'll be played at West Meadows Ice Arena in Rolling Meadows, Illinois on March 1st. Their opponents, the Glenbrook North Green Team Spartans, the number 2 seed of the red bracket. The seeding, of course, we said doesn't mean a lot. But when you look at the Glenbrook North team, they're pretty dang good.
Yeah, I mean, any Glenbrook team is pretty good. I mean, seeing the number 2 next on your name definitely is a scary part of it, but Bennett's prepared for it. I know they are, and I mean, it'll be a good battle no matter what happens.
I think that's going to wrap us up here from Seven Bridges Ice Arena. Luke, let me shake your hand. Thanks for being up here.
Of course, anytime.
Heck of a first game, right?
Yeah,
check
thanks
that
for
out.
having me. Thanks for having me.
All right, that'll pretty much wrap us up. For Eric Raichi, Marla Raichi, Luke Finella, my name's Andy Diedrich saying so long from Seven Bridges Ice Arena. We'll see you next time.